Happy Thursday, everybody. How's everyone doing? I'm Scruffy Tam, and welcome to my new streaming schedule. I'm really excited and nervous at the same time about this new streaming schedule. Welcome, everybody. I know I'm hoping we'll make some new friends. I'm really gonna miss some of my European friends. I know it's really late for you guys. Infinite Fireman, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome on in. How's it going? Paradox, welcome in as well. How are you doing, Paradox?
Nervous?
Paradox was the guest on my latest episode of the podcast. So I'm working on editing the podcast now, and I should have that out within the next week with Paradox as my guest. Episode 3 of the Lost in the Dryer podcast. What's up, B Sarge? How are you doing? Grumpy Gordo, welcome in as well. Dryson, how's it going, man? Oh, dude, yeah, I know it's late. I hate that it changed because I'm really not going to be able to see my European friends as much as I used to, but I understand. And once 2023 comes around, I should be able to go back to a more of a daytime schedule. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Verse. Dude, the Kid Fox is amazing. Infinite Fireman, thank you so much for the lurk, dude. Thank you for lurking. Good to see you, Infinite Fireman. Infinite Fireman is an awesome person, is a fireman in real life, and really has had a rough time over the last several months in fighting some wildfires. But yes, I love the Kit Fox. It's a very agile plane. Tonight, I'm going to be flying the high octane, the really fast version of it, Fox 2, I think it is, with the stage 2 engine, so I can climb really quickly. Just something different. But I will get back to the Cessna 172. I promise y'all. I love the Cessna. It's my all-time favorite. Cessna 172X with a near steady level mod. Yeah, you're doing the stage 2 as well. Awesome. So I'm going to be flying the stage 2 a little bit slow. I'll be at around 95 knots, but I'm using the stage 2 because I found out over the last 2 streams that the low and slow version isn't much more powerful than the Cessna 172 when it comes to climbing mountains. So let me show you the flight plan today. I'm really excited about it because we're gonna be over a volcano that's actually active right now in real life. There's actually a TFR, a temporary flight restriction, over this mountain in real life because it's an active volcano. So let me switch to the PC scene. Open up little nav map. There we go. So we're gonna start right where we left off. Was Tuesday morning at Papa Alpha Charlie Delta Airport, and we're gonna fly southeasterly till we get to King Cove Airport. Then we'll fly kind of northeasterly. This is the volcano that's active right now. If you look on Sky Vector, there's actually a TFR right now that's active for the next 12 days or 19 days, something like that. Viper Strike, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Welcome to my new streaming schedule. Really nice to have you. Viper Strike is another amazing flight sim streamer. This guy spends so much time researching the routes, the places that he flies. It's awesome. Hey, what's up? Lima, how are you doing? Yes, this is my new streaming schedule now. So for the next several months, I'll be on Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, Thursday evenings, and then Saturday mornings. That's my new streaming schedule. So we'll fly over this active volcano and kind of doing a zigzag tonight just to cover as much of these islands as physically possible. And we'll wrap things up at Chinook. I don't know how you say that. Papa Alpha Juliet Charlie. Don't know how long it'll take. I'm assuming it's going to be about 3 hours or so is what I'm anticipating this flight plan to take, about 3 hours, because I do have to get up early tomorrow morning and go to work. But it's okay. I knew that when I changed my streaming schedule. And it's all good. I'm excited to make some new friends and see some old friends that I haven't seen in a long time either. Billsy, what's happening, dude? How are you doing? Game Playboy, what's happening, man? Hey, you're making it happen over there on your channel, man. I saw your post. On Twitter, dude. Keep doing it strong, man. Game Playboy is another streamer friend. Does a lot of variety streaming over there on his channel. Go give him a follow. He posted his stats over there on Twitter. Doing some stuff. Yeah, man. Congratulations on that. Lima. Yeah, thank you. I try to make my flight plans as engaging and beautiful and exciting as possible. Yeah, Beelzy, I'm doing fantastic. So Beelzy on Twitch, thank you for the alert. Beelzy on Twitch is another not a flight sim streamer, is another streamer. He streams over on Trovo. Used to be on Twitch, but he switched over to Trovo, and he's really making stuff happen over there on Trovo. Beelzy, go ahead and queue up your post, man. Queue up a link so we can click on it and follow you. Beelzy's going to start doing some DJ streams also. So does variety, but is also a DJ as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a DJ stream from Beelzy. There we go. Thank you for that, Beelzy. I need to copy and paste that myself as a automatic shout out for you, Beelzy. Just got to remember it. You know what? Oh, DJ stream on Sunday. That soon. I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was that soon. So for those of y'all that are new to the channel, welcome in. I know we'll have some new friends. Burning Ashes already followed me 9 hours ago. Sky Dave followed me 17 minutes ago. I don't know how you guys heard about me already, but thank you for the follows. I am known for being a very engaging, very friendly, and for group flights. Mostly in the Cessna 172, occasionally in the Kit Fox, and sometimes I'll try out other aircraft and really struggle with them. But if you would like to fly along, everyone is always welcome to fly. No rules, just flight. Fly what you want to, fly how you want to. And that means, and I mean it, if you want to fly an F-18 and buzz me at Mach 2 or whatever, do it. If you want to do aerobatics in front of me while I'm flying, do it. I love it. Let's get this plane going, y'all. All right, part brake is on right now. Fuel switch on. Battery. Dude, I'm excited to see it too, Beelzy. I really am. And what's awesome about this plane is there's no fuel mixture. It's just throttle and stick, and that's it. And I thought about it once I started flight sim. I should have hooked my HOTAS up. But anyways, it is what it is. Dave Rendon, what's happening, dude? Man, Dave, you are spending a ton of time in the air. Good to see you, my friend. We are on US East server, yes. Dave Rendon is another flight sim streamer, is a pilot in real life, is a cancer survivor, a vicious COVID survivor, just got his twin engine rating. The dude's Superman, I promise you. Dave is Superman. Zimmy Sim Soy Sauce. Zimmy Sim Soy Sauce. I love that name. Tongue twister names are a lot of fun. What's up, Dimmy Sim Soy Sauce? How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome into the channel. If you're a flight simmer and you would like to fly along, jump on in and fly with us, man. The closest airport is right here. And we're on US East server. Dude, Dave, I'm doing fantastic. The family's doing good. Tam the OG's doing really good. Awesome, Dimmy. Good to see you. Thank you for the follow. So let's go ahead and turn the music down just a touch. Let's go ahead and get a pushback. We'll get ready to get up in the air. I am gonna take off from runway 26, although in the kit box, I mean, we can take off pretty much anywhere, but I do want to start out on the runway. So runway 26. Dimmy, awesome, man. Thank you for that. Really nice to have you here with us. And in just a minute, once I get a pushback and I get over to the runway, I'll check and see who's flying along with us. As I said, I'm really well known for huge group flights. The more people flying along, the more energy it gives me. I love people and I love flight. All right, let's make this happen. I'm gonna taxi on out to the runway. Think about this plane. It's like a race car, man. It just wants to go. So you really got to be careful that it doesn't just take off on you. And when you're taxiing, you do need to pull back on the stick or the yoke just to keep that elevator up so it keeps the tail end of the plane down. Or I promise you, I know from experience, he'll end up flipping. John DFW, what is happening, man? Welcome in. Super Typhon, welcome in. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you guys. Welcome to my new stream schedule.
Roger, roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Death Crow, welcome in as well. Good to see you again, my friend. All right, let's make sure the runway's clear. Runway is clear. I'm going to go ahead and taxi on out. I'm not at the end of the runway, but that's fine. I don't need much runway at all. I'm going to taxi on out and wait. If anyone would like to join, go ahead and join. Estimated length, it will be about 2.5 to 3 hours, John. That's my plan for my nighttime streams, is about 2.5 to 3 hours, more on the 3 hour end. Hey, Versh is already loaded in, so I'm gonna sit right here. I see Versh is in a Kit Fox. I'm gonna park it right here for just a minute. Good to see you too. You're debating on continuing your Shark Week episode. Oh, dude. Shark Week's awesome. I used to love Shark Week when I had the Discovery Channel, I think is what that's on. Used to love Shark Week. So I know Versh is with us. Versh is loaded in. Hey, there's someone else. Oh, 2 other people loaded in. Awesome. I'll sit here and wait just a couple more minutes. No worries at all. Oh, it's less celebrities this year? Okay, cool, John. Yeah, feel free to join. Tam the OG, what's up, my babe? Bought some new stuff for The Sims. See, well, if I were you, that would lead me to fly in with somebody, but I'm not trying to push you one way or the other. So tonight when we take off, we're actually going to do a 180 and fly back the other direction, but we do have a 2-knot headwind facing the direction we're facing. If tonight's flight plan is anywhere near as beautiful as Tuesday's was, it's going to be amazing. Paradox, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I am. Yep, I am. I am on US East. Tam the OG, how are you, babe? Good to see you. So Tam the OG, if you didn't know, is my daughter. She used to stream, but she's pregnant and had some mild complications and a lot of sickness that goes along with the pregnancy. So she has kind of stepped away from streaming, but hopefully once the baby comes and things get settled down, she can stream a little bit more. You got the Widgeon and the C22J today. Oh, nice. Heck yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get up in the air. Oh, dude, the Widgeon I don't have. I have its big brother, the Goose. The Goose is amazing. I don't fly it much because I love the Cessna 172 so much. Hey, Death Crow, thank you for joining. I'll do a couple patterns around the airport. All right, so park brake is off. We're gonna go ahead and take off. We're full throttle. This plane, oh, no. Nope. We're not crashing first thing. There we go. All right, I'll do a left pattern. Oh, nice, Death Crow, that's cool. That's the beauty of active pause, right? So normally if I'm in the Kit Fox, I spend most of my time outside the plane. That's why I fly the Kit Fox, so that we can enjoy the beauty of wherever we're flying. Super Typhon, thank you for that sock command. So for those of y'all that are new to the channel, or it's been a while since you've been here, one thing I always do in real life, I always wear crazy mismatched socks, and I carry that over into my streams. So if you ever wonder what socks of the day I'm wearing, I am the only streamer that I know of who has that I've seen who has a dedicated sock cam. So just type in exclamation socks and I'll show you my sock of the day, socks of the day. So my socks of the day, on the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob socks because we're flying over the sea, and who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. And then because we're flying in Alaska, I've got to do a snowman. I don't have to, but I was digging around trying to find some socks I had not worn in a while, and I came across my snowman socks. So here we go. Snowman on the left, SpongeBob on the right. Can't go wrong with SpongeBob or snowman. Dreaming of cooler weather, y'all. I'm dreaming of cooler weather. It is really hot and really humid here. So I see Noob Whacker down on the ground. I don't know if Noob is with us or if they just happened to be here, because they were here on the ground when I first, before stream even started. Yeah, we got lots of snow, Super Typhon. Yeah, so I did roll back weather because it is snowing right now like crazy. It's snowing like crazy right now with live weather on. So I backed off live weather. I put a little bit of snow on so we could see some landscape and still see some snow too. All right, I'm gonna make a 180 and then we'll start on our flight plan. What's happening, Mom Barry? How are you doing? You see other people, but you're not seeing Scruffy, even though you see me online and you're on the same server. That is so strange, Mom Barry. How are you doing? Welcome in again. Really nice to see you. Welcome to my niece's schedule. Yeah, it's really, really cloudy. That's why I rolled back live weather, because it was actually snowing rather hard when I first loaded in. Reapers, what's up, Reapers? All right, Reapers sending a friend request in. And for anybody else that would like to send me a friend request, feel free to send me a friend request in the sim. I'll be glad to accept it, and it makes it much easier to spawn in on me. Who is that? Welcome in. That's a new name for me. Sky Dave, welcome in, Sky Dave. Thank you for that follow too, by the way. Appreciate you flying along. So you see Paradox and Reapers. That is really weird, Paradox. Let me see if I see you. So I see Versh, I see Crunch. Welcome in, Crunch. Noob Whacker, Sky Dave. And that's pretty much it. I don't understand. So why don't y'all try switching servers? Switch to a different server for a couple minutes and then switch back to US East. And let's see what's going to happen. It could be that we need to switch to Southeast Asia on my night streams because there's so many people that are streaming in North America this time of night that it could be dragging the servers down possibly. So let's give it a few more minutes and let's see what happens. Yeah, hashtag 18 for sure. I don't want to leave anyone, you know, isolated, not being able to see me. Of course, it's really hard to fly along with somebody that you cannot see, right? So let's give it a few more minutes and see what happens, and then we'll switch servers if it doesn't get any better. Cappy Stick, what's happening? Oh, nice, good deal. Second day in a row, Death Crow, that you haven't seen anybody. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Okay, perfect. Yappy Stick, that's awesome news, man. Yeah, I changed my schedule. Tonight's the first night of my new schedule. Just so y'all know, Monday night, I will not be streaming Monday night because Monday night is technically the last day of our semester at school. So I will be teaching Monday night. So no stream Monday night, but the rest of the week schedule is going to be what I said it was going to be. Okay, Tam, no problem. No problem, Dave. Enjoy your food. Had to take the last 2 days off due to your neck. Perfect for you to keep something active. Dude, awesome, Cappy Stick. Love to have you flying along. I mean, it's not awesome that about your neck, but I'm glad it worked out. Reapers, I totally understand, man. I totally understand. What? Okay, y'all. Sky Dave, I know you're new and I typically don't do this, but let's go ahead and switch servers to Southeast Asia. Okay, I'm going to switch to Southeast Asia. Let's see what happens. Sorry for this. Like I said, I don't typically change servers in the middle of stream, but I'm doing it just to see if this is going to help because Southeast Asia right now. No, wait. I forgot it's nighttime here. So is it daytime in Southeast Asia? Viper, what's up, dude? DC Viper, what's happening, my friend? How are you doing? Welcome on in, DC Viper and Raiders. Hope DC Viper, thank you for the resub. Y'all, if you don't follow DC Viper is a longtime member of the community here. And an awesome flight simmer, great guy, just starting to get back into streaming on a regular schedule. Go give DC Viper a follow, you won't regret it. Viper, what were you doing tonight, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for the raid. Dude, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to day one of my new schedule. And wow, that fixed the problem. Holy crap. I was not expecting this big of a group flight. Sheesh. What? Wow. I'm seeing a lot of new usernames back there. This is amazing. It's still about 8:30 a.m. Okay. But that seemed to fix the problem though. Nice. Good deal, Cappy Stick. Yeah, it seems to be fixed though. Yeah, so now, do you see everybody now, Death Crow? Yeah, Momberry, thank you for joining in. It's 8:30 a.m. in Southeast Asia. Thank you, John. I'm so used to flying in the morning, and I know that in the morning, my time, it's like in the middle of the night over there, so I got a little bit confused, but still, Southeast Asia seems to be working beautifully well. Taxi now, awesome, man. Glad to have you joining us. Hey, Kiwi, welcome. I am in South Carolina in the United States. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing tonight, Kiwi? Good to have you with us. So for those of y'all new to the channel, I used to, for the last almost year, streamed in the daytime, early in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, but my work schedule changed. So this is my new schedule. You will see me live on Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, and Thursday evenings at the same time for about 3 hours each evening. Welcome in. I'm Scruffy Tam. I've been gaming since the 1970s. I've been a streamer since September of 2000, and I've been a flight sim streamer since September of 2001. All my flights are completely viewer interactive. So if you want to fly along, all of these people are flying along with us. Feel free to jump in and fly along as well. I'm on Southeast Asia server. Yeah, no, not yet, Wombi. Not yet. This is a, I don't think we have. I think this is just a big island. How you doing, Wombi? Good to see you. Buttersnot. Buttersnot. Pong. I consider that a game, so that's that's my whatever you want to call it. Flights with Joel, dude. What's up, Lou Sadler? Thank you. Welcome in. Flights with Joel. What is up, my friend? How are you doing? Welcome in, Joel and Raiders. Yeah, that's it. Pong on the Telstar. Exactly, Buttersnot. That's when I had it too. Unsustainable Extremes. How are you doing? Good to see you. Joel and Raiders, welcome on in. Good to see you guys. How are you doing? Many of y'all know me. If you don't know me, I'm Scruffy Tam. I'm a flight simmer. I love people. I love flying. Welcome on in. Everyone's welcome to fly along with me. We are on Southeast Asia. Spider Steve. Copper Hat, thank you for the follow. So we're flying we're doing this thing. Telstar Ranger went up to the nice. Bossman Gaming, thank you for the introduction. Welcome in. How are you? Joel, you remember to hit stop streaming. Congratulations. Your memory is getting better. Bossman, thank you for the follow, Bossman. I appreciate that. Iceman, thank you for the socks command. Wow, this is awesome. Joel, I am honored to be rated by you. I was a guest on Joel's podcast. He has inspired me to revive my podcast. So if you're interested, yeah, it really was. If you're interested in listening to episodes of my podcast, type in !podcast. If you're interested in seeing the podcast that I was a guest on with Joel, type in !Joel. So my socks of the day, Iceman. On the right foot, I've got SpongeBob socks. On the left foot, I've got Snowman socks. Those are my socks of the day. Thank you for that command. So Joel, how was your flight, dude? Where were you flying to? How was the stream? And again, I extend an invitation to anybody who would like to fly along with me. Feel free to jump on in and fly. No rules, just flight is my slogan. The closest airport is right here. Right there. And we're on Southeast Asia server. US East was giving me some problems this evening. Oh, nice, Larry. Thank you for that, dude. So, Bajelli. I take it you listen to my podcast, Bajelli. Damn to damn in Eastern Washington. Oh no, the stream crashed. That sucks. Mine crashed on me a while back. Yeah, so Larry, my podcast is about pretty much anything. The first episode was just kind of introducing me to the world. It's about a year old, actually, that podcast. Second podcast, I decided to try a true crime podcast. So the second one's kind of a true crime. I enjoy doing the true crime, but there's a ton of them out there, and it's a lot of work, a lot of research. Hey, Dr. Pot, thank you for the follow. Rouge Turtle Depot, thank you for the follow also. It came back. Yeah, Joel, it's always a stream killer whenever that happens. It's really unfortunate, man. I hate that. Dang, what is up? I'm getting a ton of follows. CP, thank you for the follow also. So Larry, what I'm doing now, and for anyone else who's interested, what I'm doing now with the podcast is I'm interviewing other streamers or just anyone, a viewer, who's interested in being interviewed. Last night, I recorded with DH Paradox, a streamer, a member of the community, and this gentleman right here who's flying along with us. We had a really nice time talking, and I'm working on editing the podcast, and I'll be posting it within the next week. Joel, dude, I need to get you on my list. I really do. My list is so long now. So what I'm having people do, Joel, but I'll make an exception for you because you were so kind to me. I'm having people go to my Discord, and I've got a channel where they can just post their interest. Yes, dude, I will definitely, I'm going to squeeze you in. I'm going to squeeze you in soon, Joel. Because I really want us, your podcast was amazing. You did an excellent job. I feel like I really stumbled a lot last night, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting to know DH. So we got a bunch of people flying along with us. Flights with Joel, thank you for dropping that base.
Thank you for dropping the base.
Got a bunch of folks flying along. You can also join the stream if you'd like to. Join the fly along. Trying to decide which way I want to go. Do I want to go coast? Or do I want to go land? I think we'll go coast and then go land a little ways. Oh, actually, yeah, we need to go straight. So there's an actual active volcano. In real life, there's actually a temporary flight restriction over, I think it's this volcano right here. When I was building this flight plan on SkyVector, there's a TFR over it because this is an active volcano right now. For the next 19 days, I think it is, there's a TFR over it. So I thought, hey, why not? Since we're simmers, we can fly over an active volcano, right? I know it's not going to show up active for us, but hey, that's the beauty of flight simming. We can do things that those in the real world are unable to do. So flying along with us, we got yeah. Thank you for flying along. Captain Carlos, thank you for flying along. Copper Hat, Reapers, Momberry, Loose Saddler, Crunch, Versh, Chronico, thank you for flying along also. And of course, Death Crow is back there. And then DH Paradox also flying along. And I know Capu Stick is also on his way, if he's not already right here. Ace of Twigs, what's happening, dude? How are you? Welcome in. Good to see you again. Reno, you are not late, man. You are right on time, Reno. Yes, you can join. So the closest airport is showing right here. Papa, Alpha, Victor, Charlie, and we're on Southeast Asia server. Feel free to jump on in. Oh, Ace, we just getting started, dude. Oh, that's right, unsustainable. Thank you. It's going to take me a little while to remember. It's kind of difficult. I'm an old guy. It's difficult for me to remember that chat names are different than the name tags in the sim sometimes. So you'll have to remind me a couple times. But dude, awesome for flying. But Ace, yeah, we still got a ways to go, dude. We're just getting started. Probably another 2 hours in the least, I think. Good deal, Unsustainable. Thank you for understanding. So I'm trying to get my plane to where it's flying at about 95 knots. I've been flying the low and slow version of the Kit Fox, and now I'm in the stage 2 version, which is like a rocket. So I'm trying to get it trimmed where I'm flying level and steady at about 95 knots. So forgive me if I'm all over the place. Also, okay, no problem. How fast am I going? Buttersnot, I'm going at about 90, well, around 100 right now. I'm trying to get to 95. Yeah, Death Crow, you'll catch me pretty quick. So for those of y'all that are new to the channel, another thing about me is I'm not the best pilot in the world. I am learning, but I'm not the best pilot in the world, especially live on Twitch, because I prefer to focus the vast majority of my time on chat. And sometimes I catch myself talking to you guys so much that I'm like way off course, like I am right now. But I would rather not be the best pilot and engage with chat. Katie Pilot, what? Katie. Holy crap, what an honor. Katie Pilot, thank you for the follow, my friend. How are you doing? Y'all, if you don't know Katie Pilot, if you don't follow Katie Pilot, how are you, Katie? So good to see you. It is a true honor to have you join me this evening. How are you doing, my friend? Katie Pilot is a partner streamer in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It amazes me that I've been flight simming for almost a year now, and there are still streamers that I haven't met yet, and Katie is one of those. Welcome in, Katie. Yeah, it really is cool. I was so glad to be able to join your stream. She's behind. Is she really? I didn't realize. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, it really is. It's really cool to put a face with a name. So many times you'll have people in your chat, and even like a radio personality, we have a stereotype in our mind of what the person looks like based on their voice or how they act in chat or whatever. And then to see them in real life is typically not what you pictured. So I hope I didn't disappoint you, Katie. I'm just kidding. Welcome in. So y'all, this is the active volcano in real life. This volcano is active right now. There's a TFR over this area for the next, I think it's either 12 or 19 days because of the hazard of it blowing. So yeah, if y'all don't follow Katie Pilot, go give Katie Pilot a follow. She is an amazing flight sim streamer. Katie, I'm embarrassed to say that I have heard of you before, but I have never caught you live and until this week, and never followed you until this week. So anyways, I'm embarrassed to say that, but welcome in. And there's a shout out for Katie. Y'all go follow Katie. And with my new streaming schedule, we got a lot of new people in here. I want to introduce myself one more time. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Katie, because I was wondering why I had never seen you live before. Awesome, that makes sense. Sterlo Gaming, welcome in also from Australia. No. Yeah, that's the Australian flag, right? Welcome in from Australia. Good to have you with us. I am from the United States, specifically South Carolina. Awesome, Sterlo. I know that flag because there's a longtime member of the community who's also a streamer who always posts the flag whenever he comes in. Thank you for that follow, Sterlo. So for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I am Scruffy Tam. I've been gaming since the late 1970s. Modding, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Thank you for the alert. I've been streaming since the late 1970s. I started out with Pong. If you've ever heard of the game Pong, not beer pong, not beer pong. It was Pong on the TV. And I've owned every Nintendo console Rolly Mall, there we go. His name escaped me, but yeah, Rolly Mall is a good friend of the community and also a Australian streamer. So I've been streaming since September of 2020 when I was a variety streamer. I played any and everything. And then I discovered Microsoft Flight Simulator in August of 2021. Started streaming it in September and I have not looked back. Oh, we got double rainbows now in live weather? Live weather when I went to take off was very heavy snow. So we got a big crowd of people flying along. You can join this crowd if you want to. Feel free to fly what you want to fly how you want to fly. We're on Southeast Asia server, and this is the closest airport. Oh, nice. Sterlo, welcome to the addiction. Welcome to the addiction, Sterlo. Dude, it grabbed me like, I don't know, like a hard drug, and I have not looked back. Oh, yeah, we're not on East USA server. I need to change that. We're on Southeast Asia. Let me change that really quick. On East US, we couldn't see anybody. There we go. So we're on Southeast Asia server. But feel free to join. Oh man, Sterlo. Dude, you know, oh man, yeah. So not only will you be addicted to it, your wallet will be addicted to it too. So a good streamer friend of mine, the Kung Fu Kangaroo, he's kind of stepped away from streaming for a little while, but he was streaming Microsoft Flight Sim. And I had heard of it, but I just assumed it was just a game, like any other game, and wasn't as beautiful or engaging as it is. And so after talking to him and watching him stream it, I said, you know, I'm gonna buy this. And I flew with an Xbox controller for maybe 2 weeks before I bought a Logitech G Series yoke and throttle. And then 2 months ago, I bought the Honeycomb, and dude, it is so awesome. Moose, what is up, Mustafa? How are you doing, dude? Good to see you, my friend. How's things going for you? Welcome to my new schedule. For the next several months, I'll be streaming on Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights, and Saturday mornings Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Death Crow, it'll come. I mean, it's a big investment. Once you get serious about flight simming, it is a big investment for the equipment. So just take your time. There's no rush. I just want to fly over the top of this volcano. Let's look at the crater. Captain Carlos, thank you for the follow. Now, if I was a very talented STOL pilot, I would be able to do a STOL bush landing right there in the crater and be on top of the world, but I'm not, so I'm not going to do it. Welcome in, Captain Carlos. Thank you so much for the follow. So many new friends today. Holy crap, it's been amazing already. And this is just the first day of my new streaming schedule. Oh, cool, Sterlo. I love it. That's amazing. And I'm glad you're doing well, Moose. Really good to see you. You picked up a secondhand Thrustmaster for 50 bucks on Facebook. Ah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. It would be a great place for a glide flight takeoff. Yeah. So Modding Unlimited is another streamer as well. Modding, how have you been? It's been a little while since I've seen you. I hope things are going well for you. And Moose, I think I got Moose on the automatic shout out list, right? Didn't you get a shout out, Moose? Yeah. So if you don't follow Mustafa, go give Moose a follow. I'm so excited. Yeah, there's so many streamers in here. I'm so excited for my new streaming schedule because all my West Coast friends can now finally see me at a decent time for them and without having to get up like crazy early in the morning. All right, I'm going to bring my altitude back down now. I've climbed up to the top of that volcano and I'm going to slowly bring the altitude back down. How often do I fly? Captain Carlos, I fly on Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, Thursday evenings, and Saturday mornings. So I typically stream 4 days a week. This coming Monday, I won't be able to stream. I'm a automotive technology instructor full-time in real life, and my work schedule has changed, is why I'm able to stream at nighttime now. I used to stream only during the day. But Monday night I do have classes, so I won't be able to stream Monday evening, but that's the only Monday that I should miss streaming. Oh no, Ace of Twigs, I will not, dude. That's one of the reasons why I'm streaming on Saturday mornings, is to catch some of my European friends. And then after the first of the year, I should go back to my regular teaching schedule that I've had for the last couple months. But now last year at this time, this was my streaming schedule, but it was before I was a flight simmer. So none of you guys, the majority of the people in chat right now didn't know me a year ago when I had this streaming schedule. So I'm excited to meet new friends and make new friends, but I'm also sad that I'm kind of isolating my European friends. But you'll see me again, Twigs. And thank you. I know it's late for you. Thank you for the Mario death, unsustainable. Wombi. I think that's the way it is for a lot of people, dude. So Wombi, if y'all don't know Wombi is a developer extraordinaire of things for Microsoft Flight Simulator. A great guy. And another thing about me that I failed to mention, I'm a member of the Flight Sim Thunderbirds, the formation flying team. If you got to see the Wings Over the Web air show, you might recognize my voice. I was the voice of the intro video for the Wings Over the Web air show, and I was also the narrator for the FS, the Flight Sim Thunderbirds, on the Wings Over the Web air show that was on Microsoft Flight Sim Officials channel several months ago. The voice of the Angeles. Oh wow, Twigs, that is rough. Joel, got to go to Lurk? No problem, Joel. Again, if you don't follow Flights with Joel, did I give you a shout out, dude? I am so freaking sorry, man. Oh, nice, Katie. So actually, I have never, fun fact, I have never formation flown before. So even though I'm Thunderbird number 8, I'm just the narrator, but they're going to teach me how to formation fly. You're welcome again, Joel. Thank you for thank you so much for the raid. Y'all, Flights with Joel is an amazing flight sim streamer. Flies helicopters a lot of times, and wait a minute. You see this crowd of people flying with me? He has this many or more helicopters flying with him. He has a YouTube channel where he teaches, or he had a series on Twitch and he posted it on YouTube teaching how to fly helicopters in Microsoft Flight Sim. So go give him a follow, check him out. You won't regret it. I promise you. Did what drop? I'm sorry, modding. Oh, it's addictive, dude. Katie, I'm sure it is. And I'm so addicted to so many other things. Oh no, Cappy Stick, really? Oh, it came back. Okay, good. Joel, it was really cool. Thank you so much for the raid, man, for trusting your community with me. I really, really appreciate it. Modding, did what drop? I'm sorry, I think I missed something, possibly. I'm gonna check live weather again really quick. Well, who's in live weather? What's it looking like? When I started stream, it was like a heavy snowstorm, and I said, there's no way I'm flying in a heavy snowstorm on stream. It's just cloudy. Is it super cloudy or just like overcast a little bit? A few clouds? Nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Cool. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'll take it. Oh, it's buffering on your end. Gotcha. Sorry about that. A couple 100 feet of it. Yeah, it looks really nice right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any dropped frames modding, so it may be, yeah, it may be buffering on your end. Because I just checked, I'm not seeing any dropped frames on my end. You're at 6,000, gotcha. Bush Outfitters. What is up, my dude? How are you doing, man? So Bush Outfitters is a streamer over here on Twitch as well. Bush Outfitters is an amazing bush pilot. Is the #1 stole drag racing pilot on Twitch. Great guy. Go give Bush Outfitters a follow. Oh, you like that, Sterlo? Yeah, let me show you the rest of it real quick. I forgot. Got a lot of new friends tonight, so let me show off my livery. This livery was gifted to me by Ewald. Oh, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome, Bush. Many of y'all know Ewald. He's a creator of awesome liveries for a lot of big streamers. He donated this one to me during my charity spring break tour. We were raising money for a charity called Heart Support. They're a mental health charity. And we raised almost, I think it was $1,400, $1,400 for that charity over a week's time. So this is my livery. It's got, of course, mismatched socks because I always wear crazy mismatched socks in real life. And Katie and anyone else that's new to the channel, I am the only streamer that I have seen that has a dedicated sock cam. So throughout the stream, you'll see people come in and post exclamation socks. When they do that, I'll turn on my sock cam. I'll turn on my sock light. And then I'll show you my socks of the day. There you go. Thank you for that modding. So my socks of the day, on the right foot, I've got SpongeBob. And I try to wear at least one sock that's themed to where we're flying. So on the right foot, I've got SpongeBob. On the left foot, Snowman, because I figured it would be snowing up here. Snowman on the left, SpongeBob on the right. Those are my socks of the day. Classic scruff, exactly, Super Typhon, you know it. So Captain Carlos, I am Scruffy Tam everywhere. Just make sure, Sterlo, thank you for the applause. Make sure you do Scruffy Tam with one F, just like it is on my wings right there. So I've done a very, very good job marketing that name to all social medias. I'm Scruffy Tam anywhere you want to find me. I don't mean this in a conceited way, but sometime Google Scruffy Tam and there's pages of stuff. Ashley, you're way past your bedtime and happy flying. Ashley, thank you so much for coming in that early in the morning. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to my new streaming schedule. I know it's isolating a lot of my European friends. Thank you for the alert. Classy, what's up, Classy? How are you doing? Sterlo, thank you for the work alert. Yeah, enjoy your sleep. Classy, how have you been? Good to see you. I'm really excited to see some of my old friends from when I had the streaming schedule last year. Got a bunch of people flying along, look like a swarm of bees here. Yeah, I've got a 19 knot crosswind right now. Classy, dude, what? It seems like it's way longer than that. Time flies. It seems like it has been way longer than 5 months. Thank you so much, Ashley. It's always good to see you. Ashley is another streamer friend of the channel here. Let me give Ashley a shout out really quick before she heads out to bed. Always good to see you, Ashley. Take care and sleep well, my friend. Sleep well. Thank you. Oh no, you overran the runway in Innsbruck. What? And thank you for posting that F. Oh man. Oh, you did land on the volcano, Dryson? Sweet. Congratulations. Ashley, it's okay. So I've got a lot of Easter eggs in my channel that whenever you post a certain word, it commands a sound alert. And that's one of them. A lot of them haven't been discovered yet. Several of them have been, but a lot of them have not been. Okay, we're coming up on the first airport of the day. This will be a touch and go here. Ace and Twigs, thank you for the fart. This will be a touch and go at this airport. This airport is Papa Alpha Oscar uniform. And I'll be flying into runway 08. Runway 08. Y'all, we have a 20 knot right crosswind right now. It's crazy. The wind is crazy out here. So for all the new friends that have joined this evening, and there's been a lot of you, thank you. How many of you guys are streamers? Tell me a little bit about yourself. One thing that I'm very well known for is one, focusing most of my time on chat. Yeah, I've got 19 knots in little nav map. So I focus most of my time on chat, and because of that, I'm kind of all over the place as a pilot. But I also love supporting other streamers. I love shouting others out, following, and spending time in your channels at random times of the day whenever you're streaming. I may pop in and just spend some time with you. So let me know if you're a streamer. Don't be shy. I don't mind you self-promoting at all. Oh, 3 a.m. Got to get to bed. No problem. Dryson, thank you for being here, man. At that time of night, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tam the OG is back. Tam the OG is my daughter. Welcome back, babe. You got the kids to bed? Your digital instruments are out for some reason. Not sure how to fix it. Okay, Death Crow, what controls are you using right now? You don't have the honeycomb, do you? I can't remember who has what. Oh, good Lord. I will not be up that time of morning. I do get up at about 5:30 in the morning, but not quite that early. But yeah, let me go ahead and give you a follow just in case one day I can join your channel. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Juan, because I do the same thing. Sometimes I forget to turn my starters off and it drains the battery and that kills the avionics. They fought. Bedtime took longer than you expected. Oh, yep. Oh, is that what it was? Let me know if that's what it was, Death Crow. I have done that recently myself. Don't feel bad. You did do that? Gotcha. Yep, I've done the same thing. So what I'm doing is this series called the Connections Tour. Oh, nice. Bush, thank you for posting some background about you. Dude, I didn't know you were a DJ. Nice. It is an effective way to learn to remember that. It really is. Bush, thank you so much for that information. I did not know that about you. All right, I'm gonna accept this friend request. So for those of y'all formation flying, I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'll do it really quickly though. There, that invitation should have been accepted. Let me know if it worked. I've gotten pretty good at doing those really quick, but my apologies. I like to include everybody in my flights, so I do accept friend requests whenever they're sent in. Bush, I didn't know you did AC. I didn't know you were a DJ. That's really good information, man. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Sterlo. I didn't realize that was you. Oh, was fun while it lasted. DJ wasn't life you wanted to live. I understand, Bush. I totally get it. And so I've got a drone business that I've kind of put on hold because I wanted to focus the majority of my time on streaming. I used to do weddings. And I do drone stuff as well. In fact, if y'all would like, we should have time. I can show, well, I'm not going to do it now, not while we're flying. But sometime I'll show you the most recent wedding that I shot. It's a 5-minute video. I showed it on my stream a while back. It was absolute. I thought it was amazing, of course, because I shot it. But a lot of the community thought it was amazing as well. But I put all that on hold. I've put all that on hold to focus the majority of my time on streaming. But I do have a few clients that I've decided to keep. And so I do have a drone job tomorrow that I'll be doing, but it won't interfere with the schedule. But every now and then I may miss a stream because of a drone job, but I think I'm through with weddings for now. They're really, really, really time consuming. Oh, thank you, Tam. I may do that. Oh, nice. Bush, that's really cool. Hey, that's a great goal to have, though. You're booting up Microsoft Flight Sim Ace of Twigs, dude. It is so late for you. But thank you for booting it up. I'm a very goal-oriented I can't talk. I'm a very goal-oriented person. In my life, I've set myself a lot of goals and I have reached them. Now, let me just encourage those of you that have set goals in your life and you may not have reached them. Be encouraged, because just because you set a goal and you set a time frame doesn't mean if you don't hit it that you're a failure. It just means it wasn't your time yet. Stick with it. Keep on grinding. Don't set your goals so high that you'll never hit them. Set yourself, kind of moderate goals that push you, but that are reachable and you can hit them. I recently had a goal set for myself I didn't hit, but it's okay. It'll happen. But in my anonymous gifter, thank you so much for the gift sub. Whoever that was, thank you for the gift sub to Power 909 FM. Power 909, haven't seen Power 909 in a little while, but thank you so much for gifting them a sub. I appreciate that, Anonymous. So this will just be a touch and go at this airport. So while we're just flying around, let's talk a little bit about goals really quick. Also going to the doctor Monday for blood pressure. You're only 25 and it's high in the mornings? Wow. So my background is automotive repair. I took automotive technology, which is diagnosing and repairing automobiles. In high school, I also took it in college and got a degree. So right as soon as I graduated college, I got a job as a auto mechanic at a dealership and thoroughly enjoyed it, but knew really soon, rather quickly, I knew that I wanted to manage the shop. Philip Bowen, what is happening, dude? How are you, my friend? Yesterday was the highest you've seen it. The bottom number was 102. Bush, dude, you need to take care of that. Philip Bowen, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for jumping in. Y'all, and I say this a lot, but I mean it when I say it. Philip Bowen is an amazing person, an awesome streamer, very, very, very talented musician. Go give Philip Bowen a follow, but come back to me. I'm just kidding. So Philip Bowen does music requests on his streams, plays the fiddle, plays the violin. Amazing guy. Go give him a follow. Let me give him a shout out really quick so you can go give him a follow. Oh, thank you, Tam. I mean it. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Super awesome guy. Very kind. Oh, dude, Iceman. He is amazing. Yeah, thank you for following Philip. You won't regret it. I promise you. You will not regret it. How fast is the cruise? I'm trying to keep it at around 95 knots. I'm flying a little bit slow right now, but I'm coming up on this airport I'm going to touch and go at, but I'm trying to keep it at around 95 knots. Oh, no problem, Lima. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Sleep well, my friend, and I really, really appreciate you being here for your conversation and for following, and I look forward to seeing you soon. It'll be really high in the mornings, and then midday it'll be in the lower 70s. That's really strange, Bush. Really strange. Oh yeah, Iceman, dude, the guy is really, really popular. So as far as goals go, as a technician, I knew early on that I wanted to manage a shop one day. So I set a goal in my head that one day I wanted to be a service manager at that shop. Uber Lobster. Uber Lobster, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? I think I've seen you in a couple channels before. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Oh yeah, dude, Iceman, he kills it over there. He kills it on his channel. Absolutely. Very, very talented individual. I'm doing fantastic, Uber. I want to say it was Joel. I don't remember whose channel I saw you on, but I thought the name Uber Lobster was pretty cool. So it took 14 years. I was a technician for 14 years at 2 different dealerships before the original dealership that I wanted to be a service manager at called me and asked me to be their service manager, and I did that for 14 years. So that's my success story as far as goals go. Okay, that's where I've seen you then, Joel. Uber is there. You're not going up to 21,000 feet today? I did not do diesels. I always thought diesels were hard, but they're really easy. Diesels are easier than gasoline. So it was actually when I became a service manager that I learned to diagnose diesels. I never repaired them, but I would actually help my technicians diagnose the newer diesel, the Duramaxes, diagnose those, and then I would just tell them what to do to repair them. But I never have repaired a diesel myself personally. Oh, thank you, Tam. That's amazing. Oh, nice, Cajun. You're at Papa Alpha Oscar uniform, waiting on us to fly by. Cajun, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Are you gonna fly with us? Awesome. Awesome. It'll just be a touch and go for me. So be ready. You got to sleep too? Oh, wow. Dude, yeah, it's really early for you. Go to sleep, my friend. Uber, thank you so much for the follow. Sleep well. You put the skis on your X-Cub. Nice. Very nice. You also spent 2 years studying automotive technology, becoming a therapist. Oh, cool. So now, Ford stuff. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Fords are good as well. Oh, 96 Power Stroke. Those were pretty good, weren't they? I don't know that much about Ford stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just trolling you, by the way. I do lean to General Motors stuff just because I did it for 28 years, but all manufacturers are good. Oh, so your electronics still aren't working, Death Crow? What you may have to do is if you did leave your key on and your battery drained all the way down, you may have to, when you land. Oh, that was not it. Okay. Check. What plane are you flying? Very good. You drove 10 miles on the right bank of the engine. Force. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll troll people, you know, about Fords or Dodges or whatever, but heck, I drive a Dodge. It's a Jeep. A 2021 Jeep Wrangler is pretty much a Dodge product. But yeah, they're all pretty much the same. Any manufacturer, you're going to find someone who says, I'll never buy another one of those because, you know, whatever their reason is. So all manufacturers have problems at some time or other. And I am super high up in the air right now. No power, but it made it. Oh yeah, and just because my background's with General Motors, I love giving the Ford guys and the Dodge guys a hard time, but really, I mean, I can't say much with the way that some of the General Motors engines are grenading themselves right now. Yeah, I think so, Death Crow. That's probably your best option, but also, what plane are you flying, Death Crow? I didn't look. You might want to check your, if you have active circuit breakers that you can check the widget. Okay. You might want to check your circuit breakers just to make sure. I'm not sure if the widget has active circuit breakers or not, but you might want to check your circuit breakers to make sure one of them didn't just blow and you just need to reset it. I know that's the thing with Cessna 172X. It's actually happened to me before. Uh-oh. So I'm seeing a lot of new names up there. Zero Tadpole, what's happening? You're late, but you're here. Going to join in shortly. Awesome, Tadpole. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. Always good to see you again. I hope you are well today, and thank you for wanting to fly back along with us. I'm about to do a touch and go at Papa Alpha Oscar uniform. Butter water landing, nice. Smooth right in, no jumps at all. Wow, that's really sweet. I recorded the third episode of my podcast last night with DH Paradox, another streamer, a heavy haul trucker. I was gonna say he flies an American Truck Simulator, but I don't think he flies an American Truck Simulator. He drives semis, hauls equipment in American Truck Simulator. Started editing it this morning, actually. Edited a little bit this afternoon, and hopefully within the week I'll have it ready to post. Episodes 1 and 2 have been out for about a year. Oh, we got a couple DA62s out. Nice. Episodes 1 and 2 have been out for about a year now. If you want to, if you haven't already listened to them and you're interested in learning about me, episodes 1 is all about me. Episode 2 is more of a true crime, but a true crime podcast. There's a ton of them out there, and it's a lot of work researching them. So I enjoyed learning about the Harp brothers, which were the topics of my podcast, but it was a lot of work. You jumped the ramp of a car carrier in ATS, so you can say that you've flown. You got back into sim games because of ATS. Yeah. So I've actually got American Truck Sim. I bought it shortly after I bought Microsoft Flight Sim, but I have never even turned it on. And the only reason why is once I realized how much I loved Microsoft Flight Sim and I started investing in equipment, I just knew if I bought American Truck Sim that I might fall just as in love with it and then need to buy all the equipment for it. And I really didn't want to have a lot of money invested in both. So I've chosen Microsoft Flight Sim, and I'm so glad I did. Ooh, that was kind of rough. Not too bad. 205, I'll take that. All right, now we'll continue on a heading. What is going on with my flight plan? What the heck is this? My flight plan just wigged out on me. There we go. So now I'm going to fly a heading of 141. Cajun Blade, we're actually on, we had to switch to Southeast Asia. Make sure you're on Southeast Asia. We had to switch to that. US East was giving us a lot of trouble. I saw that, Iceman. I did. Yeah, but unsustainable. What I mean is, I'm afraid I'll get just as addicted to American Truck Sim as I was with Microsoft Flight Sim, and then have to buy a shifter and steering wheel and proper pedals and stuff. And so, although I've got it, I never turned it on just for fear of having to invest in a bunch more equipment. You play as well? Yeah, so talking to Paradox in the podcast last night, and you'll hear this conversation. A lot of people, you know, if you're a simmer of one, you kind of enjoy all simulations for the most part. But yeah, that's why I have not even turned it on yet, because I know me too well. Truckers MP is the online mod for it. What was the heading? The heading is 141. 141. Yeah, you're right there with me, Ace. I see you. Yeah, I just know me. I would have to have like the best steering wheel, the best shifter, the best pedals. And it's just me. So it's best that I just stick with this. Microsoft Flight Sim has been very, very good to me with my streams, and it's such a therapeutic game for me. I just love it. And something else too, I don't want to give away the whole podcast. I don't want to give away our whole conversation last night, but Paradox really brought to light something that I had never thought about before. And that is when it comes to the debate on sim or game, right? I mean, we've all heard the debate. It's not a game. You know, it's a simulation. It's not a game. It really depends on your purpose behind wanting to flight sim. Some people do it just for fun, and it's more of a game to them. They fly it like a game. Just want to visit places, have fun, play around and stuff like that. It is both. It is both for sure, Deathcrow. And I knew that, but I had never heard the explanation that Paradox gave me, and it was beautiful. And then for others, it is a simulator. For me, it's 100% a simulator, because my intentions are to become a private pilot. And I know for a fact this is going to help me in that journey. Real flying is a game too much fun. So Katie, that's right. You are a pilot in real life, aren't you? Are you wait a minute now, I'm getting confused. Are you the one that's a pilot in real life and you fly around the world in real life training people? Or do I have you totally confused with someone else? I'm sorry if I do, Katie. It's a sim, you're having real electronics issues, so you're not a trainer, but you fly so you fly A320s in real life? That's freaking amazing. I didn't know that. Do you know? Whoa, really? So let me ask you this. Do you know a lot of Airbus pilots? Or are there like a ton of Airbus pilots out there? No way, Ori. I mean, I know someone said that earlier, but I didn't realize that was in real life. That's freaking cool. There's loads of you, but do you know Scott Strimple by any chance? Flies for, I want to say he flies for American, but I could be way off. Scott Strimple, he's an older guy. I'm not sure where Scott flies either. I mean, I know he flies in the United States, but I don't know if he flies worldwide or if he's just a regional. But I do know he's an Airbus 320 pilot. So when I first decided I wanted to get You're Afraid Not. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I don't know that he's a long haul guy, actually, Katie. I think he's just a regional. Or a, United States. So this guy, when I decided several years ago that I wanted to get my remote pilot certificate, my drone certification from the FAA, he was doing a drone flight school, and I learned so much more from him than a lot of the drone flight schools, because he is an Airbus 320 pilot. So it's really interesting to hear why the regulations are what they are from a pilot's perspective, instead of just these are the rules and memorizing a bunch of stuff. It was really cool. Oh, did I make it there? Yes, I did actually make it there. I'm sorry. Cajun, I did. I've already touched and went. I am probably 20 miles southeast of there. Did you not see me? Are you on Southeast Asia? If you didn't see me, make sure you're on Southeast Asia server. Oh, you just got on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we have already, that's the airport I touched and went at. Katie, that's so awesome, because when I was on your stream the other day, you were talking about hydraulics. I guess it was the electro hydraulics of the plane. And I was thinking, dang, you sure are knowledgeable about it, but I had no idea you were really a pilot. So yeah, you are super knowledgeable about it. It's really awesome. Actually, we're about to fly by an airport right now, Cajun. Go ahead and spawn in at AK-33. Spawn in right here. I wonder if there's an AK-47 airport. That would be interesting. Yeah, no wonder you seem so knowledgeable about it. You can't even start it now, Death Crow? What? That makes no sense at all. There's got to be something. Did you have your alternator turned off? Oh, AK-33 is water only. Didn't realize that. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I see now. It's right there in the at the edge of the bay. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna fly in between these valleys for a little while. Should be some beautiful flying right here in these valleys, all the way to the other body of water on the other side of this island. I'm just looking for a really clear path. There is no clear path. Well, there's somewhat. Okay. I just don't want to run into a dead end on a mountain like I typically do. No, oh, cool. So you switched to a seaplane. Nice. My last stream, Tuesday morning stream, we had the most beautiful sunrise I have ever seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we got to see grizzly bears as well. It was really freaking cool to see the grizzly bears in the sim. See a beautiful sunrise. I got so many screenshots of it. It was amazing. You're here, but you still don't see me. That's so weird. Let me jump out of the plane really quick and look around. See if I see you. Nope, I'm not seeing you either, because that should be the airport right there, and I'm totally not seeing you. Yeah, Captain Carlos, this is beautiful. You turned everything off and back on to nothing. Death Crow, you may need to just exit out of the sim and then go back in. Oh man, Twigs, it was amazing. And that shot, I've posted it on social media, but there was a shot that I did like this with the sun right here in the sun rays, lighting up my sock. It was just my all-time favorite. I posted it on Twitter. All-time favorite shot. What's up, Planet Neutral? How are you doing? Oh, this is true, Captain Carlos. Thank you for that. Cajun Blade, look at Captain Carlos's comment. Make sure that you've got that turned on as well. I keep saying I'm going to make a command for settings for people to be able to get their settings adjusted right, but I always forget that. You launch at AK-33? Okay, cool. Yeah, Cajun Blade, I'm sorry, man. Planet Neutral, how are you doing? Y'all, Planet Neutral is another flight sim, now, easy for me to say, flight sim streamer friend of the community here. Great guy. Go give him a follow. Check out one of his streams. Okay, your PC's restarting. Nice. I really hate that you're having to do that, but such is the life of flight simming sometimes. Ace of Twigs, thank you for dropping the bass. Appreciate you dropping the bass. Weird thing though, you didn't turn starters off last time. You were in the air for 40 minutes without this issue. Probably what happened though, Death Pro, seriously, is if you left the starters on, it drained your battery. And I don't know why it didn't do that last time as quickly. Then when you're on the ground, your battery's dead and it's not going to crank back up without just restarting the whole thing. Oh, you upgraded your PC? Nice. Yeah, Cajun, I'm glad to have you flying along with me. Thank you, Captain Carlos. That's one of the things that I say a lot, that you'll find me a lot of times flying way off course. I'm a hard person to formation fly with, but it's just because I focus so much on chat. I love people. I have a real passion for people, and so sometimes that's to the detriment of my flying. But I'd rather be a very good communicator and a not so good pilot than a perfect pilot and ignore chat. It's just my philosophy. Planet Neutral, what did you do to upgrade? Did you get a new graphics card? What all did you get? Still learning, new plane, have 3 hours with it. Yeah, no problem. And hey, I still learn stuff every day, every time I stream. So I'm just following the lowest points I can find. What I'm going to do here is just go around this corner, kind of just make a zigzag around this corner, and then we'll go into a nice deep valley. I'll probably fly kind of low. Yeah, the way Buttersnot's going is exactly the way I'm going. That's my path, Buttersnot, right there. Oh, a totally different PC. Wow, I thought you just upgraded your current. Dude, that's amazing. 3080 i9 12.9. Oh, you know what? I think you told me that. That's amazing. Okay, so now it's right around this corner. We're just making really tight corners, and we're going to join in this valley right here. I'm going to drop it down low. Yeah. Oh, you're going over the mountains? Yeah, I mean, do whatever you want to do. Nice, very nice, Ace. In the F-18, you're gonna cause some avalanches. We got avalanches everywhere now. But yes, feel free to fly what you want to and how you want to. Seriously, I just want you to be happy. Dippo, what is up, my friend? Dippo, how are you doing, dude? Welcome in, Dippo and Raiders. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Paying me back. Awesome, man. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the payback. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing, Dippo? What were you guys doing? What were you guys doing? If y'all don't know Dippo, Dippo is another flight sim streamer. Great guy. Great guy. I love hanging out in Dippo's channel. We raided Dippo not too long ago. If you don't follow him, go give him a follow. And if you don't know me and you came in on the raid, I am Scruffy Tam. I've been gaming since the late 1970s. I started streaming in September of 2020 and started streaming Flight Simulator in September of 2021, and I have not looked back. Oh, that's right. You're doing the Appalachian Trail. Oh, the weather got spicy towards it. Did it really? Oh, it was set to off. Dang, Cajun Blade. Well, that will do it. That will usually do it. Something being off will typically make it be off. I'm just trolling you. Sorry. So the starter set to off after engine startup. So set it to both. What you want to do is, so oh, it's set to okay, automatically. Gotcha. It's okay, Cajun. It happens, man. You're learning. That's called learning. I may or may not troll my students every now and then too, but you know what? The best learning is learning the hard way sometimes. Dippo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that raid. You are awesome. Oh, you see me now. Nice. Good deal. Good deal. Glad you got it working. Welcome on in. Yeah, sometimes the sim has other plans for us, doesn't it? Gatlinburg, Tennessee is one of my favorite vacation spots. It's a beautiful place. In fact, the vacation we took a few weeks ago, we were very close to Gatlinburg. It's like Paralight. All right, we're gonna be over the water just for a short period of time. Hey, what's up, Kiwi Angler? Wait, do you live on Lake Kiwi? Welcome on in. How are you doing? This is in Alaska. We're actually in the Aleutian Islands right now, making our way to Alaska. Disco Stew, what's happening? How are you doing? Oh yeah, Paradox. So a buddy of mine, if you're familiar with where the Asheville airport is, right across the interstate from the airport, there's a Courtyard Marriott hotel. A buddy of mine he had that hotel built and he owned it, and I actually did a marketing video for him. He sold it earlier this year, but he owned that hotel. You live on Lake Kiwi. Awesome. I live in Greenwood. I'm in South Carolina. KW, how are you doing? Good to see you. Nice. You landed on the lake and overnighted at his dock at the end of leg one. Oh, that's cool. My sister and her family used to be part of a shared ownership of a lake on Lake Kiwi. That's a beautiful lake. KW, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. And y'all, welcome everybody to my new streaming schedule. I'll be streaming Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, Thursday evenings, and Saturday mornings. What's up, Pilot Ryan? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. I know, right? Pilot Ryan, welcome to my new streaming schedule. Okay, hey Dippo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that raid, man. Thank you so very much. I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you for bringing your community over to me, for trusting me with your community. Have a good night. Take care of your partner for sure. Yeah, we got a 12 knot left quartering headwind right now. You just got off work 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Dude, that's a heck of a work schedule. Yeah, so Pilot Ryan, my teaching schedule changed. And so for the next several months, I'll be live at night mostly and on Saturday mornings. So Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, and Saturday mornings will be my new schedule starting at 8 p.m. Oh yeah, Planet Neutral. So Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights, and then Saturday mornings. I'm going to keep my Saturday morning to try to take care of some of my European friends. The people on the flight to Cabo St. Lucas better write you a thank you card. Oh, how do I see the crosswind? So there's a couple different ways you can do it, Deathcrow. You can look on your avionics. You have to turn it on. I don't think I have it on right now. No, so I don't have it on here. And the reason I don't have it on, well, or do I? Wait a minute. No, you can turn it on your avionics, but I actually use Little Nav Map. So on Little Nav Map up here in the corner, right up here at in the top in the middle, it tells you the wind direction and the wind speed. And that's how I keep up with it. Oh, you had to do a complete APU replacement? Wow. So Pilot Ryan, wait a minute now. I can't remember. Are you a technician in real life? An aviation technician? Or are you talking about a failure in the sim? Sorry. The winds have been pretty crazy for sure, Deathcrow. In real life, dude, I may have known that, but I totally forgot it. That's awesome. So you really did switch out of APU today. Wow. Are you allowed to post pictures of those things? Because I'd love to see like the tail end where you can see it. Wow. So there was no other flight. They had to wait for you to replace it or what? Wow. But you know what's bad about it, Pilot Ryan, is probably the vast majority of the passengers were probably upset that they had to wait, when in reality, had they just took off, there's no telling what disaster could have, happened because of that. So they should be thankful, but the vast majority of them probably are not. Wow, you found it on a pre-flight inspection right before boarding happened. Wow, Lou Sadler's in. What's up, Lou Sadler? The view is absolutely beautiful. It's making me tempted to change. It's making me tempted to change the time of day just so we can watch the sunrise or sunset with this weather front right here. Man, but it looks like we're right in the middle of a weather front. I mean, right in the middle of a weather system or something. But So flying along today, we got Cappy Stick, Cajun Blade, Loof Saddler, Paradox, Disco Stew, Zero Tadpole, Planet Neutral, Momberry, Death Crow. That's just to the rear. Then we got Chronico on the front, or down low. Ace flying there in the F-18. Alzaid, Crunch, Vershkos, and Ezerhowden flying along with us. Thank you everybody for flying along. And just remember, everyone is always welcome to fly along at any time. Fly what you want to and fly how you want to. Lou Sadler, thank you for flying along. And thank you, Sterlo, for the flute redemption. You tried to get a plane from an airport close by, but there was none to replace it. Wow. How long did it take you? This is true. I mean, Verse, this is, you got a good point there. What kind of time frame did it take you on that, Pilot Ryan? Ace is in a 747 and going super fast. It's funny. The model matching is really funny in Microsoft Flight Sim sometimes. All right, so we are coming up on Papa Alpha Sierra Delta. I would normally make this one a full stop just to take a quick, you know what, I think I am, because I do need to refill my water. So we'll make a full stop really quick, take a restroom break, refill my water, and then we'll get back in the air after we land. So it'll just be a full stop, 9.5 hours. Wow. Dang, that's pretty crazy. We have a fighter jet escort? Heck yeah, we do. If the weather continues like it is, I'm going to switch from live weather again. Not that I have a problem flying in clouds or rough weather, but for me, it's not very engaging to stream. And it's just a personal preference to stream in clouds, because there's nothing to see here. And what I love about streaming is being able to see the beauty of the world that we live in. Yeah, me too. I'm a sightseer too, Planet Neutral, and that's why I typically don't fly in live weather when it's like this. So I'm probably going to switch out. And I do have confirmation it's raining at the airport, so once we get to the airport, I will struggle. I'm going to try to land. But once we get to the airport, I'll change the weather if it looks like it's going to stay that way. Yeah, most people are. I mean, that's one of the hugest draws for me. I'm sorry, I'm taking my eyes off chat just for a minute. I'm looking at live weather over here. One of the biggest draws to Microsoft Flight Simulator for me is the beauty of the world that we live in. And if you can't see it because it's cloudy, then you know it kind of takes away that. Sandpoint, yes, that is correct. Sandpoint. And I am all over the place. Okay, back on track. It is a nice challenge, Cappy Steak, for sure, and that's why I'm not going to switch. That's why I'm not going to switch until after I land. It'll be a nice challenge for me, because I don't have many rough weather landings under my belt. Is Sandpoint big enough for an F-18? It's runway. It's got a 5,200 foot runway. So it's got a 5,200 foot runway. You tell me. Yes, it is a coastal runway. Hopefully it's not a water runway. Fire Sandy, welcome in. You're doing it on Flight Simulator X. How are you doing, Fire Sandy? Good to see you. Oh, cool. You got to practice a water landing and then up onto the land. That's awesome. Welcome in, Fire Sandy, and welcome to my new streaming schedule also. A rainbow on my left. I don't know that I can see it. Let's see here. No, I must not be high enough to. Oh, yeah, wait. I thought I caught a glimpse of it. I am not high enough, I don't guess, to see it, or the weather's a little bit different for me than it is for you. Whoa. I bumped my throttle. Oh, it's gone already? Oh, awesome, Cajun Blade. Post that to my Discord, please. And if you're not a member of my Discord and you'd like to be, I totally get it though. I'm a member of a ton of Discords. It gets overwhelming. But if you'd like to join my Discord, type in !Discord. It'll get you the link to it. I've got almost 300 members in my Discord. I'm just absolutely in awe. You're going for it, Ace of Twigs? Do it. There we go. There's a Discord link if you'd like to join it. But again, I totally get it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sterlo. Last I counted, I was close to 100 Discords that I'm in. Okay, this will be a full stop landing. I'm just going to take a quick potty break, refill my water, and then we'll get back up in the air and keep on going. My next series after this one is going to be... Sterlo, thank you for the work alert. Dude, I totally get it. I totally get it. Thank you for the work alert. My next series after this one is going to be a Spitfire stream in memory, or in honor of the Battle of Britain. I've just barely started working on that flight plan. It's going to be a while. Yeah. So I've been watching some World War II movies, and I watched the Battle of Britain, and I said to myself, several people have been asking you to fly the Spitfire. Why don't you do a historical Spitfire flight to a lot of the airfields that were involved in World War II with Spitfire? So huge thanks to Dougal McTavish and Captain Spitfire for giving me some amazing flight plans and historical information to use as part of that. Well, at least it cleared up a little bit. I mean, it's not pouring down rain yet. You can actually see the front. You can see the rain front right there. Hopefully we'll get down on the ground before it hits us. Your landing was in the rain? He is Death Crow's flying the Widgeon, if I'm not mistaken. One bump on the water, too steep, and the next one is smooth. Nice. Oh, nice, Fire Sandy. I don't have that flight sim. TTV Tristan Gamer, thank you for the follow. TTV Tristan, thank you so much for that follow. I am Scruffy Tam. I try to be a very engaging flight sim streamer and lover of general aviation. Most of what you'll see here is general aviation flying. I have flown the PMDG 730, so I almost flipped it. I have flown the PMDG 737 before on stream, but other than that, it's been GA aircraft. Welcome on in. You can play, of course, Tristan. Everyone's welcome to join me. Now's a good time to join in also. We're at this airport. This is the airport we're at. And we're on Southeast Asia server. So jump on in. I'm gonna take a quick pee break. Ooh, let's park by the water. Yeah, there you go, Disco Stu. I'm gonna take a quick pee break, refill my water. Yeah, and then we'll continue on. I'm gonna cut Ace off. Bam, that was a collision. Sorry about that, Ace. Okay, Buttersnot, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for flying along. It was really nice having you fly along. I appreciate the follow. And I hope you can join me again very soon. Enjoy your dinner. Take care of yourself. All right, I'm going to take a quick, like I said, a quick pee break, a quick refill my water break, and then we'll get a move on this flight plan. Let's see how much further we have to go really quick. So we are here at Papa Alpha Sierra Delta. We're going to make a turn, a north-northeast, and then we'll continue on to Chignik. I don't know how you say that. And that's where we'll end tonight. All right, y'all hit those F's in chat while I'm gone. Be right back. I am back. Let's see here. What's the weather looking like? So we're going to be heading, let's see here. We're going to be heading this direction. You know what? I'm going to leave live weather on because we're going to be heading this direction. And it looks like it's clearing up over there. So we'll keep live weather on. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, Zhang Bendo, how are you doing? Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome on in. Yes, Tristan, you can still play. It is cross-platform, so feel free to play along. Oh, you're on the bike. See, and I can't see you on the bike because I don't have it. So even if you rode right by me, you would look like a just a basic plane, unfortunately. But that's pretty cool. Django Bendo, thank you for the first time chat. How are you doing today? And if you would like to fly along, everyone's always welcome to fly along, even if I'm not streaming. Even if I'm just in Microsoft Flight Sim and you want to fly along, feel free to jump on in and fly. It's really hard to read it, but we're at Papa Alpha Sierra Delta, PASD airport. And we're on Southeast Asia server. I am going to go ahead and get up in the air just for sake of time, because I've got to get up at 5 in the morning to get ready to go to work. But it's okay, because I love flight simming. All right. I am just going to take off to the left up the runway, because I'm in a Kit Fox and it takes off like a rocket. Yeah, Django, please feel free to fly along with us. All of my streams are viewer interactive all the time. Everyone's always welcome to fly along with me. Jump on in and fly. Fly what you want to also. Whatever you want to fly and however you want to fly. Let's go. Let's go. You're going for a swim, Death Crow. Go for a swim. So this is my slogan. I'm going to post my slogan in chat. No rules, just flight. That means fly what you want to and fly how you want to. All right, I need to change my heading now. Whoa, Scruff. We don't need to roll the plane over. Tristan, you can't find me. Are you on Southeast Asia server? I think I was saying US East. We're on Southeast Asia server. I have not had my meds yet, Iceman. You are correct. I have not. Iceman, how have you been, dude? Okay, so Tristan, will someone post in chat the settings that Tristan needs to be on to see multiplayer? I keep saying I'm gonna make a command for that, but I always forget that until I'm streaming and someone asks. Awesome. Awesome. See y'all, if you don't know Iceman, oh, it made you crash when you entered back in. Okay, all player, make sure you go to, when you're in the world map, thank you, Ace of Twigs. When you're in the world map, in the top right-hand corner, there's a rectangle, something about the weather. I can't remember what it says there. Click it, and then make sure your settings are what Ace of Twigs and Iceman said. And then you should be able to see us after, it'll take it a couple minutes and you should be able to see us. As you can see, we got a lot of people flying along. Oh, holy crap. The crowd just keeps growing. Every time I look back, there's more people. And you are really, really making me feel good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was super nervous. Flight conditions, that's it, Iceman. Thank you. I was super nervous about switching my stream schedule because this is a total 180 from what I've been doing for the last 9 months, 10 months, almost a year. Really, really nervous about changing my schedule. And y'all have totally made me feel really good about my new schedule. So Discord is the best way to communicate with me. I am very easily accessible. One thing, no matter how big or small my channel gets, I always want to be available to people via DM on Discord. So feel free to message me on Discord about anything. Okay. I love helping others. I want to be available to you. All right, you see me now? Nice, Tristan. Awesome. Welcome in. Welcome in. But the whole reason I started streaming to begin with, because I wasn't always a flight sim streamer, but the only reason I started streaming was, one, to share my love of video gaming with others, and then two, if I can change one life through streaming and being a positive influence in the world, then, you know, I've done what I feel like my mission is here on Twitch. And through streaming and through the fundraiser and stuff, we have changed so many people's lives for the better. F-18 Super Hornet interception inbound. Nice. Very nice. Love it. So you're D's cheese. Django Bendo, thank you for the follow. You just took off the water after 50 feet. What? Did I change the flight plan? I did not. Cappy Stick, I was looking at chat. Sorry. I was focusing on chat and realized I was going the wrong way. So yeah, I'm gonna fly 357 degrees, 357. I'm getting back on track now. Sorry, Cappy Stick. Oh, really? No snow on the ground in live weather? It's just one of those things. You know what though? I love valley flying. So right up here, there's a really nice valley that'll take us from here to right over here. So rather than fly over the water, I'm gonna fly over the valley. Disco Stu, thanks for the 200 bits. I appreciate that, sir. Disco Stu. Hey, Jernot is in too. What? How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome to my new streaming schedule. Your ska pleasure. Hey, Topple. What's happening, Hey, Topple? Thank you for the door knock troll. How are you, my friend? Hey, Topple, another friend of the community here. Another very close friend to the FS Thunderbirds also. Thank you for flying along. Everybody. I love these group flights. The more people that fly along, the busier chat is, the more energy I get, and it just absolutely makes my day. Not too bad. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're not too bad. I'm not doing too bad either. So let me ask y'all, those of you that are new to the channel and those of y'all that I have not asked before, how many of you guys are planning on going to FS Expo next year in June? Have you heard it? Have you heard of it? And are you planning on going to it? Thank you for the flute, Hey Topple. I will 100%, if I'm still breathing, next June, I will be at FS Expo. I'm so excited. You've not heard of it, so Death Crow. FS Expo is Flight Sim Expo. It's basically like a gathering of flight sim enthusiasts. It's going to be in Houston, Texas. FS, let's see, exclamation FSE. Click on that link right there. There you go. Click on the link. Click on that link right there, and that'll tell you all about it. It's amazing. There's going to be a lot of big name streamers there. Two-Tone Murphy will be there. I've already talked to him about it. He's going to be there. Allison Johnson's going to be there. Gosh, everyone I talk to is going to be there. So it's a really cool time. If you want to meet me and many other streamers and people in the community, it's a great time to get there and meet everybody. Yeah, it's kind of morbid. I'm sorry, Deathgrow. I probably shouldn't say it that way. But it's just my, hey Topple, thank you. It's my way of saying that it's the only thing that's gonna stop me from coming is if I'm laid up in a hospital somewhere. So my socks of the day, on the right foot, I've got SpongeBob, because we've been flying over water. SpongeBob on the right, Snowman on the left. Those are my socks of the day. Thank you for that. So I always wear crazy mismatched socks, even in real life. If you ever wonder what socks I'm wearing, you can always type in !socks and I'll turn on my sock cam and my dedicated sock light and show you. Iceman, how cool would it be if we could fly together? I wish I was going to drive Captain Seppi and Sergeant Staff, DC Viper, I think, and several other people are kicking around the idea. I don't know how serious they are, but they're kicking around the idea of renting a bus and having like a party bus drive down to Houston. I think I'd be too far, or me and you both would be too far out of the way for them to swing down and get us. So I'm planning on flying. Oh, Verse, dude, if I had my PPL, I probably would do that. Charter a plane. Holy crap. That's an awesome idea, Verse. A party plane. Dang. Oh, what the Toronto Blue Jays, what? Hey, Topple, who are they playing against? That's amazing, hey, Topple. I wonder how much it would be to charter a plane. It would probably be more expensive than just flying commercial, though. But I've been checking periodically on tickets so I can go ahead and get tickets, because I'm sure that tight backhand. What is up, Tight Batman? What's happening, dude? How are you doing, Stray? What's up, Stray? Stormy, Robert Films, thank you for the first time chat. What's happening, everybody? Thank you for the raid. That Student Pilot, thank you for the first time chat. Also, what's going on? Thank you for the raid, thank you for the raid and raiders. Tight backhand. How are you? You totally broke me. I can't even talk. Tap your head if you're not an NPC. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing? How was your stream, dude? Tight Backhand is a sexy stream player. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, dude, I watched Tight Backhand. Tight Backhand is the man.
Roger, roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Kodiak tonight. Nice. Where were you flying, Tight? Let me give Tight Backhand a shout out. Oh, I know the vibes, man. I know the vibes. Tight Backhand is hung. Hung, I tell you, hung. Where am I flying? We are flying in Alaska, the Aleutian Islands to be exact. Yeah, hung. I know the vibes. Yeah, Ace of Twigs, dude, it is really, really late for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for flying along, Ace. Get some sleep, my friend. See you soon. Take care. Bush, thank you for the lurk. What's the closest airport? So the closest airport is always going to be showing in the upper right hand corner. Student Pilot, thank you for the follow. I'm Scruffy Tam everywhere. Everywhere you look, I'm Scruffy Tam. We are on Southeast Asia server. Southeast Asia server, and you can find me anywhere online as Scruffy Tam with one F. Just make sure you do it with one F. The closest airport is AK-33. I don't know where AK-47 is, but how cool would that be to find AK-47 airport? But no, that's the closest airport. Oh, is that a water runway? Oh, it is. That's true. It is a water runway. Sorry. Besides that, there is no really close airport. Sorry. The closest besides that is Papa Alpha Sierra Delta. PASD is the closest besides that. Sorry about that. That student pilot, thank you for the follow, man. Have I flown the Payware F-22 yet? No, I have not. I don't have it yet. I do plan on getting it. Over on your other plane game, but still doing my flight. Awesome. Thank you for that, Fire Sandy. It won't let you spawn, so you spawn nearby. Okay, Stray, thank you. Yeah, you can always stray in the air. Stray. You can always spawn in the air, or if you'd like to send me a friend request, send me a friend request in the sim, and I'll accept it. Django Bendo is in. Gotta love your pilots, real or not. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Topple, thank you for the F. What about the analog caravan? Ooh, yes. Verse. Yeah, the analog caravan is nice. I'll probably end up getting it as well. Oh, Tristan, I don't know why that didn't work. I am an East USA type of guy, but the server East USA was not working, so we're on Southeast Asia. But I am in South Carolina in real life right now. I'm in South Carolina. So my socks of the day, on the right foot, Captain Flyburger. Captain Flyburger, feel free to jump in, Captain Flyburger. Thank you for the first time chat. Socks of the day, on the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob socks. On the left foot, I've got my snowman socks. Those are my socks of the day. Atopple, I have not flown it, Atopple. I do plan on getting it though, but I have not flown it yet. I don't even have the freeware version of it yet. Yeah, sorry, Stray. Oh, Robert Films, it's your first time flying? Cool. What is a sub and what does it do? You want some work on that F-22? Oh, you did some work on it? Nice, Wombi. I didn't know you were involved in that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get it then. Fire Sandy, so a sub is whenever someone subscribes to your channel. I think it costs the viewer a little more than $5 US, and half of that goes to the streamer. The other half, Twitch takes basically. But it's a way to support streamers by financially supporting them. And just so everyone knows, just so everybody knows, I appreciate subscriptions. I appreciate bits, but they are not required to fly along with me. They're not required to hang out with me. They're not required to be for anything. I appreciate them. I appreciate the support. That helps me buy equipment for the stream. It's going to help me get to FS Expo, but it's not required to be a part of my stream. So I don't want you thinking you have to. Disco Stu, thank you for the 500 biddies. And so that's what a sub is. I normally don't talk about them because I don't want anyone thinking that I'm asking for anything except your friendship, your flying along, and just being interactive with me. Holy crap. I am just in awe of the number of people flying along tonight. Hey, Topple, thank you for the fart. You're welcome, Fire Sandy. So you will see a sub goal, but that is not a goal that has to be reached or anything like that. I don't want anyone thinking that, you know, whatever. It's just something that Twitch wants you to put up there. So it is what it is. But anyways, enough about that. It's really awkward for me to talk about those things. I've been very blessed with my full-time job. My wife works a full-time job. And that's that. Where am I from? I am originally from Massachusetts, but I currently live in South Carolina. Oh wow, I'm trying to figure out how to say your name. Bikester? That one is kicking my butt. Welcome in, Emin, if you don't mind me calling you Emin, or what would you like to be called? Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. And thank you for the follow also. Emin Bikester? Oh, you gotta go. Hey, Topple, no problem, dude. Have fun. Oh, your Twitch. Wait a minute. Who's your Twitch friend? Robert Films. Who is that? Because I might know him. I am. But we moved here when I was 10 years old. So this is home. I've been here since 1978.
Hello.
You're from Massachusetts and live there too, Stray? So, hey, Topple, thank you for the lurk. Stray, I am from Dennisport in Cape Cod. It's where I was born and raised. But we moved here when I was 10, so... Oh, Jay Wolfgang. I don't know. So Jay Wolfgang is a sim pilot? How do I not know Jay Wolfgang, Robert? And they're from South Carolina? Every time I think I know a lot of flight simmers, I find out he flies on MSFS. That is really weird. All right, I'm gonna search him right now and give him a follow, Robert. Tell him that he needs to come visit me in my channel sometime and introduce himself. So it's not J Wolfgang 20, it's J Wolfgang. Is it J Wolfgang 20 or JM Wolfgang? Commando Matt, what's happening? How are you doing? You're in Augusta. What? Yeah, so you're from Kentucky. Nice, student pilot. Commando, do you know Okendu? You're from Bristol County, also around Southeast Massachusetts. Nice. It's just Jay Wolf. Is that it? It's just Jay Wolf.
Nervous?
Yes.
Commando Matt, do you know Okendu? His username is CANDO. Okendu lives, he's a streamer and he lives in Augusta. Wow, this is wild. So many people. All right, I just followed Jay Wolfgang. So let Jay Wolfgang know that I followed him, and that's cool. I look forward to meeting him. You never heard of him? Oh, dude, you've got to. Okay, so let me shout out Okendu really quick, because he's a fireman in Augusta. There you go, Commando Matt. Go check him out. Oh yeah, anyone here trying to fly in real life should go see the annual EAA event. Yeah, they should. The Oshkosh, the event in Oshkosh is amazing. Oh wow, I am way off track, y'all. I'm so focused on chat, like I am 90 degrees off my flight plan. Sorry, y'all. See, this is what I'm telling you. I focus a lot of my time on chat, sometimes to the detriment of my flying. Oh, come on now. Why won't it accept? There we go. Sorry, for those of y'all formation flying, sorry about that. Flight Venture, that's it, Verse. Thank you. You're from Mars. Sorry, Zero. Sorry, Cappy Stick. Sorry, Verse, for messing you guys up. I know y'all were formation flying with me. Born and raised in Mars. Heck yeah, man. Do I fly jets? Robert, typically no. I'm a lover of general aviation. I have flown the PMDG 737 one time on stream, and I did enjoy it, but I love general aviation, usually single prop planes, sometimes twin prop, but usually singles. What's up, Staff? How are you doing, dude? Good to see you. You just checked out his page, never met him, but if you say he's a firefighter in Richmond County, yeah, I don't know what county he's in, Commando, but he's in, I know he lives in Augusta, but that's all I know is he lives in Augusta. And I thank you, Captain Carlos. Appreciate that. It's been a work in progress. Staff, how are you doing, dude? Good to see you. Sergeant Staff is another streamer friend of the community here. Hasn't streamed in a little while. Well, actually you did. You streamed last weekend. Iceman, gotta go? No problem, dude. Good to see you, my friend. Take care of yourself. Y'all, if you don't follow Iceman 333, go give him a follow. He fly I was about to say he flies ATS. He streams American Truck Sim, and he also flies Microsoft Flight Simulator. Great guy. Lives about 3 hours from me here in South Carolina also. Good to see you. Disco Stew, what? Thank you for the 500 biddies and for the Christmas present dog emotes. Iceman, take care of yourself, dude. Iceman, I can't remember if I gave you a proper shout out. I meant to, and my mind wandered elsewhere. So I'm going to give Iceman a parting shout out. Iceman's a great guy. One of the first people I met actually when I started flight simming was Iceman. He's very cold-hearted though, but he's pretty chill dude. Disco Stu, that's funny. Awesome. Well, you just got another one now. Yeah, he's ice. He is ice. Ice baby. He's ice baby. He's a pretty ice guy. Oh, there's Bob Films has made it in. Heck yes. And Bob Films is flying the Microsoft Flight Sim Service Update 57. That'll be in a few years. We'll be at SU 57. SU 10's about to be dropping. SU 57's got a little ways to go. Sorry, that was a really bad joke. That was a really bad joke. That's why I'm a teacher, not a comedian. You bought the whole game? Nice. Look at that student pilot. You got to go? Yeah, dude, I am very, very thankful for Tight Backhand bringing his community. That's your favorite jet? Nice. Very nice. I love how everyone has their favorite aircrafts. This is mine. Your daddy owns Microsoft, so you get it for free? Oh, cool. Cool. SU-57 F-35 are your favorites, but jet-wise, gotcha. My favorite is the Cessna 172. Oh, dude, the Kit Fox is amazing. I don't always fly the Kit Fox. My main plane is the Cessna 172, and I've got the 172X mod. It's the very near study level mod for the Cessna 172 steam gauges version. It's not available yet to the public, but it is an amazing mod. So that's what I typically fly, is that plane. But just because we're doing some bush flying, I figured why not the Kit Fox again tonight. Found the group. Nice. Captain Flatburger, thank you for finding us and for flying along. You're enjoying the 170, but the Widgeon is taking it now. I need to get the Widgeon. I really enjoy the Goose, but it's a little big for me. So I need to get the Widgeon and try it out. You like the A320 and the Cessna 208? Nice. So I think, Captain Carlos, I have the Savage Cub, I think, but I've never flown it, so I can't really speak for which one is better, in my opinion. Or D18, yeah, Cappy Stick, you're right. I think I've got the Stagger Wing. I should fly it sometime now that the sound bug is fixed. The flight characteristics are about the same, which that would make sense since they're kind of you know, one's the Widgeon's of the baby Goose pretty much. The Savage is your favorite, Zero? It's like flying a brick. Hey, that's all right, because I drive a brick in real life. I drive a brick, so why not fly one? Oh, the sounds are way better in the Goose than the you know what? I've heard that, actually. Yeah, Flyburger, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Ooh, excuse me. There's the, is that the, what plane is that? Oh, wow. I would not have guessed that. Chronico. That's the Diamond Air. That is not what I thought it was. Oh, I do not mind you asking at all. Let me ask you this, though, Robert. How old do you think I am? Let's start there, because most people think I'm older than I am. So I'm always curious how old people think I am. Not a day older than 21. Ah, good answer. I like that. I like that answer. You were chasing that two cats in the Corsair and you found the engines. Yeah, dude, I didn't realize that the engines would explode. Or like, they didn't actually blow up, did they? So how did they fail? How did they fail, staff? 40? Ooh, Super Typhon, thank you. And Tristan, thank you. Although, you know you're lying. You trying to give the Diamond another chance? It's not maneuverable enough. 54. Oh, Disco Stew nailed it, which Disco Stew knew that. Stray, I think you probably knew that too. Oh yeah, Commando. So Okandu, he is the bush dude. I am not a bush pilot. I'm a 172 pilot. It's very rare that you'll see me flying this plane or flying bush, but he is an amazing bush pilot. Yes, I am 54 years old. I just turned 54. I had a birthday stream this past Saturday celebrating my 54th birthday. Yeah, for sure, Commando. Commando Matt, have you ever heard you were about to guess 56? Nice, Death Crow. You were close. Thank you, Robert. It went bang and covered the front with oil. Did it really? Oh, that's so realistic. That's awesome. Commando, have you heard of Triple Tree Aerodrome? Holy crap. This is really cool. And when I tell y'all that I was really nervous about changing my stream schedule from the times I was streaming to this schedule, I was super nervous about it. But wow, this is amazing. Really, Lou Sadler, July 21st? What? Well, happy birthday to you too, Lou Sadler. You don't believe you have. Commando Matt, so Triple Tree Aerodrome, look them up on Facebook or wherever. They are about an hour away from me, east. And Okandu visits them a lot. It's a grass strip airport. They hold the Joe Nall, the remote control airplane, the big worldwide, like people all over the world come there. I think it's the largest, or one of the largest remote control airplane meetups in the world. And they had a fly-in several months back, and Okandu and I met there, along with some other people as well. It's really cool. Oh, nice, paparazzi. Thank you. I appreciate that. It really makes me feel good, the response I've gotten tonight. So thank you guys. Straight going by the 747 freaked you out. Yeah, thank you, Lou Sadler. Oh yeah, Commando, it really is cool. They just sold, what kind of, I can't remember what kind of plane it was, but it's a very rare historical plane they sold for like over $1 million within the last month. It's a beautiful place. Disco Stu, you got to run, but enjoy the rest of your flight. Disco Stu, thank you so much for gifting the bits, for flying along, for all that you do for the community, Disco Stu. I really appreciate you a lot. Thank you. Yeah, and the reason why, Death Crow, is the model matching in Flight Sim right now, if you don't own the airplane that someone else is flying, it model matches, it makes it either a, I can't remember what the GA plane is, or a 747, or like an airliner. Oh, Staff, you got to head out too. Hey, have a good night at work, dude. Facebook Commando. Coconut Companion. Thank you for the follow, Coconut. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bonanza, that's it. Thank you. I was gonna say Beechcraft, but I knew that wasn't right because that's the make and not the model. Coconut Companion, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, Death Crow, unfortunately, the only way to fix that is to start buying some planes, which kind of sucks. And the liveries do too. Yes, they do. The liveries screw with it too. So if you're interested in getting my liveries, you can get them for free on flightsim.to, or click the link right there and you can get all the liveries that are available for the airplanes that I fly mostly. And they are totally free. And that way the model matching works a little bit better. Yeah, Death Crow, I don't. Fortunately, I've got a guy that comes in and makes mine for me, but I don't have any experience at all. Sorry. Oh, Robert. Yeah. Sorry about that. Cappy Stick, is so cool having someone fly a Carinado aircraft without having the sound, awful sounds. Sky Command, what is up, dude? Sky Command, how are you, my friend? Sky Command is another awesome flight sim streamer, great friend of the community. What is happening, dude? How are you doing? Y'all go follow Sky Command right now. I command you to go follow Sky Command. Great guy name. How are you, my friend? Good to see you again. Yeah, Sky Command is an amazing streamer, very high energy, great guy. Go give him a follow. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Sky Command and Raiders. I am Scruffy Tam. I'm a longtime gamer. I've been flight simming since September 2021. Deco Andy Yoke. I am so sorry I destroyed your name. Deco Andy Yoke. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, dude, you are sexy, man. Sky Command is sexy, y'all. He is sexy. What's up, Sky Command? How are you doing? What were you guys doing? Let me give Sky Command a shout out, a well-deserved shout out. Thank you so much, man, for the raid. I've said multiple times throughout today's stream that I've had to change my stream schedule because my work schedule changed. And I was very, very nervous about changing it because, you know, I didn't know how many people would be joining or whatever. But dude, it has been phenomenal. Thank you. What do I do for a living? I am a teacher. Toxic Cookie, thank you for the follow also. Thank you so much for that follow, Toxic Cookie. How are you doing today? Y'all, if anyone would like to fly along with us, feel free to jump in and fly along. No rules, just flight is my slogan. I am known as the Lord of Socks. The closest airport is right here in the upper right-hand corner, and we're on Southeast Asia server. Nick70, thank you for the follow. Robert. So I am a automotive technology instructor. For 14 years of my life, I was a mechanic on General Motors and Mazda products. And then for the next 14 years, I was a service manager at a Chevrolet Cadillac dealership. And for the past 5 years, I've been a teacher at a local community college. Teach students how to diagnose and repair vehicles. Toxic Cookie, I am glad you're good. Awesome to hear it. So I am the only streamer that I know of that has a dedicated sock cam, or the only one I've seen. Oh, you love cars? I do too. Oh, you thought I was a math? Dude, I hate math. So if you're ever wondering what socks I'm wearing, type in exclamation socks. I'll turn on my sock cam. I'll turn on my sock light and show you my socks of the day, because I'm a goofy goober. What? I'm a what? I'm a goofy goober. Sorry, I don't know what I was trying to say. I've got my SpongeBob socks on the right. I've got my snowman socks on the left because we're flying in the snow. Those are my socks of the day. Multi-screen Cal. What do you mean by multi? I'm sorry, I am about to crash into the mountain because I'm focusing on chat. What do you mean by multi-screen? I don't have any project cars. My dream project car would be a 71 Chevelle or just a classic Beetle. I love the classic Volkswagen Bugs. Yeah, I do have a foot cam. Is that what yeah, that's what you're talking about. Metal Ryan, what is happening, dude? Metal Ryan, how are you, man? Thank you for the resub. 6 months, man. It's hard to believe that I've been streaming this long, isn't it, Metal Ryan? So good to see you. How are you doing, my friend? Metal Ryan Cluster knew me when I was a variety streamer. I think Metal Ryan, you probably followed me from the very start, maybe even before I started streaming. Oh yeah, multi-monitor support, yes. But I probably will not do multi-monitor support. I've got 3 monitors. And so on my right monitor, I have the flight sim. On my middle monitor, I have OBS. And then on my left monitor, I have little nav map and Twitch up. So I don't know that I would use multi-monitor very often. Yeah, Metal Ryan, you know me from Evil, yes. How have you been, Metal Ryan? Good to see you. I should get a jet and do flips. Why should I get a jet and do flips when I can do a flip in this? Watch this. I don't need a jet to do flips. See? We don't need no jets. Oh, they just released it. I didn't realize they just released it in their beta. I didn't know that was in beta. But yeah, I'm not going to get beta just because as a streamer, I don't want to isolate the majority. I don't want to isolate the majority of my community by using a version of Microsoft Flight Sim that most people aren't on. So I will continue on the full version. Mando Matt, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that follow, Commando Matt. What's in the middle? So I've got, well, I can't really show it. I'm not sure what you mean by what's in the middle. Like right here in the middle, like right here. You're doing good, relaxing and chilling. I'm glad to hear that, Metal Ryan. Always good to see you, dude. And thank you again for that resub. So for anyone that's curious or interested, anytime I'm flying in Microsoft Flight Sim, whether I'm streaming or if I'm not streaming, you're always welcome to fly along. Metal Ryan, what, dude? Wow. Man, thank you so much for the gift sub. I appreciate that. 5 gift subs, thank you. Mama, Stormy, TKO, Pete, Zero Win, and Mackenzie all enjoy your gift subs courtesy of Metal Ryan. Dude, thank you so much for that. Oh, so this is my mouse. That's just where I keep my mouse. Fat Airlines, what's happening? How are you doing? Metal Ryan coming in here hot. Man, thank you so much, Metal Ryan. I truly do appreciate that a lot. D-18's the best Microsoft Legend aircraft by far, in your opinion. Totally worth it. Wow, it's only 14 bucks, dude. So off here to our left, there's a huge caldera. This used to be a volcano. No, this used to be a volcano, but it had a massive eruption, and now it's just a big crater, a humongous crater. Dude, yeah, really, Metal Ryan, I appreciate that. You sent Okendo a message. Hopefully he gets back to you and maybe fly a little. Yeah, he is an awesome guy. Okendo's a really cool guy. Oh yeah, man, it is crazy. I can't believe the number of people flying along today. It's really amazing. I mean, just anywhere I look, it's kind of like a, I don't know. I was gonna say it's like a chocolate chip cookie. Anywhere you bite, you get a chocolate chip. So it's kind of like that. Wherever I look, there's someone flying along. I'm sorry, I'm a little hungry. I just had to use that food analogy. Oh no, you should have got fuel at the last stop. Metal Ryan, we are in Alaska right now. And so we're flying to Chignik. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Chignik Airport, just west of Alaska in the Aleutian Islands. We're actually, you know what? We are on the mainland of Alaska now. We're on a peninsula, but we're in the mainland of Alaska. Awesome. Whoa. Check this out. That's some talent right there. Being able to fly that slow in a jet is some talent. Even if it is an F-18. That's good, good flying skills right there. It's like a box of chocolate. Mama said you never know. Yeah, exactly. What's your chair? Oh, Cal, that's a good question. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4" and I weigh 420 pounds. I've got to work on that. The doctor got on to me Friday. I got it off Amazon. It's rated at 350 pounds, but I don't know the name of it. Can you hit other planes? You cannot. So you can hit them, but it doesn't hurt them. You just fly. You kind of you ghost through them. Oh, Stray, you're lagging a lot in the server. I'm sorry. Yeah, the server does. Yeah, it's not a really fast server, but it's the only one that it's working well with nameplates, and that's what I was looking for. Somewhere we could see nameplates. Server is dog water. What? Yeah, we're not on US East. I'm sorry. So let me show y'all where I'm planning on going. I was looking for a valley to fly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly this valley right here. And then we'll come into this lake and then fly this river. And then come around and land right here at this airport. So we're close to the end here today. Oh, sorry. Map's still up. There we go. It's all good though. Yeah, I mean, I do what I do. I love fly-alongs and people love to fly along with me. So I try to pick the server that has the that works with name tags basically. But really quick, I've had a lot of people fly along tonight, and I really appreciate. Hey, what's up, Chris? How are you doing? So yes, you need to talk to your boss about changing your schedule so you can fly along. But yeah, I have changed my streaming schedule, Chris, but thank you so much for jumping in, saying hello. Enjoy your work, Lurk. Enjoy your work. I love planes. So my new streaming schedule, I've had a ton of people follow me tonight, and I really appreciate the support. My new streaming schedule is Sunday nights, Monday nights, and Thursday nights, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's my local time, which is unfortunately midnight Zulu time. Papa's in prison. What's up, Papa's? Thank you so much. Robert, thank you for following also. Papa's, thank you for the follow. Robert Films, thank you for the follow also. I really appreciate that. So Sunday, Monday, and Thursday nights, 8 p.m. my time, 12 midnight Zulu time, and then also on Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. my time. Oh, that's okay, Papa's. No problem at all, dude. You're not Papa's Gaming, are you, who changed their name, or no? Yeah, Verse, there's not a whole lot of fly-alongs right now. I mean, even looking at Twitch, there's only, well, 3 people that I follow that are flight simmers that are streaming right now. You are Papa's. Okay. I wondered about that. No problem, Papa's. Welcome back in. Good to see you again. Maybe not today, but one of these days you'll convince me to get a nice jet to fly. Oh, I've got a nice jet. I've got the Flight Sim Thunderbirds Special Edition F-16 jet, because I am one of the Thunderbirds. And you are in prison right now. Dang. Oh, Papa's, you're in Twitch prison. We are heading to, no, we're going to Papa Alpha Juliet Charlie. Just that's the closest airport. PAPE is the closest airport. Oh, you work at a prison. I forgot about that. I'm an idiot. I forgot you work at a prison. Yeah, Death Crow. I'm going to do the same. I've got to remember to get it. Oh, Captain Carlos. Yeah, we're about to be landing though. I mean, feel free to load in, but we're going to be landing very soon. Well, in the next half hour, 45 minutes we will be. Okay, Matt Ryan, thank you so much, man. Dude, that was very, very kind of you to resub and then to gift 5 subs. I truly appreciate that, Metal Ryan. So good to see you. Oh, Papa's gotcha. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that would be a mess. Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Free the homies. It is a good little change of pace. That's what I like about the Kit Fox. I mean, I always fly the Cessna 172 the vast majority of the time, but I also enjoy jumping in the Kit Fox because it's so agile. It's really fast, climbs like a rocket, and you can get really low with it too. So if y'all are interested in seeing any of my old VODs, I do have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my YouTube presence a little bit. I've got 91 follows, I think. So I'd appreciate a follow on YouTube as well. Of course, you don't have to. But I have posted every one of my flights, every one of my streams of Microsoft Flight Simulator are now on Twitch from the very beginning. I mean, not on Twitch, on YouTube. Sheesh. Every one of my flights, excuse me, good Lord. Every one of my streams on Twitch of Microsoft Flight Simulator are now on YouTube. What's my YouTube? It is Scruffy Tam. Scruffy Tam. I'm Scruffy Tam on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere. Scruffy Tam. Oh, you're on YouTube too, Robert? I am on Discord. Yep, I am on Discord also. Let me post my Discord really quick without crashing. There we go. There's my Discord. Oh, you're gonna be on YouTube. Oh no, Captain Flyburger looks like just crashed. You're welcome. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Commando Matt. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Django Bendo, that was you that crashed. 92. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So this is what I love about the Kit Fox is if I find myself in a bind, dead ending into a mountain, I can just climb like crazy right up it. And what a reveal shot this is going to be. Wow. That was nice. What a nice reveal shot. Resurrect. What is happening, dude? How are you? Yeah, it has been a while, man. How are you doing? So good to see you. Resurrect is another streamer friend. Let me give Resurrect a shout out. So good to see you, my friend. I'm doing fantastic. I've got a new work schedule. So I've got a new streaming schedule until the beginning of the year. Stray, thank you so much for the 90 for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. You've been good. A bit of traveling to see the family. Nothing wrong with that at all. You crash, you have an oil pressure alarm. Oh no, that's not good. All right, I want to show y'all. Well, we're coming up on the final. Well, we got a little ways to go. We're close. I want to show y'all the last wedding video that I did. So y'all bear with me. Let me get this pulled up. There we go. Thank you for dropping the base, Resurrect. All right, so y'all check. Wait for a first time joining the flight group. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. So y'all check out this wedding video.
When I look around this room, just so thankful and grateful.
Uh-oh. Whoops. I didn't know my shortcut would affect this, so sorry about that. I hit a shortcut key and it restarted it.
When I look around this room, just so thankful and grateful for all the people that invested over the years in the lives of CJ and Elise. Over the last year or so, I've gotten a chance to really pay attention to CJ, and I watched the way that you would leave work, drive hours to spend just a little bit of time with Elise at church, right at our house. I've seen him endure the craziness that is our family at times. But what really has impressed me the most about him is his patience, his kindness, and his love for one of our most precious possessions, Elise.
No way, Commando. Really?
Elise is, if you know her, you know she's more than dependable. Elise has picked me up more times than I can count.
In Hodges? Oh, yeah, right, Robert. Oh, dude, no, I know where Hodges is. Wow. Root, did you, Commando, did you join Discord? It is. This is the final airport. Yes. Unsustainable. Thank you.
Family and friends of CJ and Elise, today we are gathered to celebrate the joining together of two people and two families in marriage. I know you have both been waiting on this day for a long time.
Dude,
so
I probably
won't
know
make you
them.
wait
I probably
much
know
longer.
your baby mama. Message me on Discord.
Elise Joanna Goldman, I promise to love and cherish you for the rest of my life. There was a time in my life when I never thought this day would come. I never pictured myself settling down and finding a woman as beautiful, as kind, and as smart as you.
I will
When we first
stray.
met,
Yes.
I was instantly attracted to you. You had me before you even said hello. I knew you were special and that one day you'd be important to me. I was right. Fast forward to my senior year of college. I saw you and something told me to talk to you. After that, I knew I had to make you my girl. So with every text, every phone call, every date, every nursing exam scare, with every drive we had to make to see each other, I fell more and more in love with you. I loved spending that time with you, and I would do it a million times again because from the very first day I knew I wanted to marry you. For every struggle we have faced together, you have always been by my side. My promise to you is that I will continue to be by your side through everything we may go through.
Today is the day that we've dreamed about since what seems like forever. You've told me that you prayed so many times that I would find my way back to you. And I prayed for the man of my dreams. The man that would love all of my flaws, the man that would accept my past and be my future, the man that would love Jesus before me and love
It gets
me
better.
unconditionally. Little
Oh,
did
thank
I
you,
know at
Commander.
the time, you are the man that I prayed for. Anyone that knows me knows that just 2 years ago I swore that I was going to be single, not have kids, and be a travel nurse so I could see the world. But now I don't want to travel unless you are by my side. And I do want kids. I can't wait to see you be a father to our future children. I know that you will be the best dad and lead our family as God intended. I promise that even when you fangirl over Taylor Swift, I will love you with all of my heart. And finally, I promise that through every heartache and struggle we face, we will face it together. In some of my darkest days, you are my light, and I can't wait to spend forever with you.
CJ and Elise wanted to start their marriage by partaking in communion together, and in doing so, remembering, thanking, and celebrating the life, death, and resurrection of their Savior, Jesus Christ. As a minister of the gospel, in the presence of all here, and in the presence of God, I now pronounce you husband and wife. CJ, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Christopher and Elise Mills.
And that's it. There. Thank you very much. Thank you for humoring me with showing off some of my handiwork. That wasn't just me though. That's me, and whoa, I am way off course. This is what I get for not looking at my GPS. I am way off course. I'm gonna swing back around here. Uh-oh. I still got YouTube playing. Ah. It's another wedding video was starting to play. But yeah, that's me and another guy shot that together. He's got a production company as well.
Scruffy10, show us those.
Thank you guys, I appreciate unsustainable. You can, but I've really stepped away from it. I've stepped away from it from doing weddings just because, first of all, it's hard for me as a 420-pound guy to stand up and move around that much. But also I've turned my focus mostly to streaming. But yeah, I mean, I'm down. I'm totally down for talking to you about it though. Oh, yeah, I know the owners of our place. All right, so my socks of the day, Resurrect wants to see my socks of the day. My socks of the day, there we go. Sorry about that. I kind of got distracted, sorry. Oh, socks of the day. On the right foot, I've got my SpongeBob socks. On the left foot, my snowman socks. Those, my friends, are my socks of the day. Yeah, I really do enjoy videography and cinematography. But until I lose some weight, it's just, it's hard on me. It really is. That wedding, I mean, I was beat after standing on my feet from It's about 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. I mean 10 p.m. That's where your Robert films. Nice. I wondered about that, Robert, if that's what you did. Ace of Twigs, what? Welcome back. That was a short night's sleep. Y'all, I am so sorry. I got way off course there. Let me, I'm gonna firewall it back to the airport. I thought I had a general sense of the direction I need to be going because the wedding video covered up my little nav map and my the GPS on my avionics. I don't have the flight plan. I guess I do have the flight plan loaded in, but I'm so far off that I couldn't see it. The arrival is Papa Alpha Juliet Charlie. Papa Alpha Juliet Charlie. There you go. Or you can do that too. Cajun Blade, you gotta go? Dude, I do too. I got to get up at 5 actually. So I got to be up in 6 hours too. Django Bendo, thank you for the friend request. And Flyburger, I totally missed yours somehow. And Captain Carlos, I missed yours too. I missed a bunch of requests. Sorry about that. Oh, you got to get up at 4 a.m.? Ugh. Dude, that's really amazing, Commando. So I've lived here since 1978. I know a lot of people. What runway? I'm thinking runway 20. Just because of the wind, and also runway 02 is going to be difficult to fly into. Yeah, I was a service manager at the local Chevrolet store for 14 years too, so I got to know a lot of people, Commando. So yeah, it's really cool, dude. I've met so many people through streaming that are semi-local to me. You're a car enthusiast. You grew up taking pictures of cars and getting into filming. Nice. You did wedding party events and businesses for a certain time. You finished your show? Okay, Ace of Twigs. Thank you so much, man. Again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Sleep well, my friend. So my issue is, and a lot of the longtime members of the community will totally attest to this. My issue is sometimes I spread myself so thin that I'm not an expert at any one thing. I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none, you know the saying. And that's kind of the way it was with me with videography. I loved it, and some of my stuff is really nice, but some, just because I haven't taken the time with streaming and flight planning and my full-time job and family and my drone business, I just haven't taken the time to learn. So Wombi, dude, I know you know. So that's why I stepped away from. Oh, please, what's the rest of the saying? Weedy, I didn't know that there was a second part, so please. No, I didn't. So I was a Chevrolet guy. Yeah, I do drones. I've done drones since 2014. I know a little about a lot, but now I am an expert with automobiles. I'm a General Motors master. If anything from the 1980s all the way to probably a 2015 General Motors products, I know it like I know myself. Oh no, I don't know anything about the FPV. I would love to have an FPV drone to do stuff like some of the factory tours that the FPV guys are doing that are so amazing, like the bowling alley one and everything. So Weedy, please post the second part of that, because seriously, I didn't know there was one. Okay, yeah, DJI does make a nice one. So let me tell you what I have owned and what I do. I'll tell you the history of my drones, okay? So I had a DJI Phantom 2. I had a DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus. I had a DJI Phantom 3 Pro, a DJI Phantom 4 Pro, an Inspire 1. I had 2 Inspire 1s, an Inspire 2, a Mavic Pro, a Mavic 2 Pro, and a Spark. That's how many drones I've owned. Oh, Weedy, I love that. I have never heard the second part of that saying. I'm going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to remember that. Thank you. That's very encouraging. Thank you. Yeah, so I had 2 Inspire 1s and 1 Inspire 2. I didn't use the Inspire 2 much at all, so I sold it pretty quick. I still have one of my Inspire 1s, and I volunteer my time with our county police. So the county bought an infrared camera for my drone for the Inspire 1, and I'm kind of on call whenever they need me. They'll call me and I just volunteer my time to search for missing people or whatever they need me for with the infrared. Weedy, thank you so much for the follow. I am not a cop. Flights with Joel, how many have I broke? Joel, I have crashed twice. One of them was a complete total, but thankfully I had insurance, and the insurance covered it, and it covered it enough to where I could buy a new one and get that one replaced, is how I ended up with 2 Inspire 1s. No, I'm not a cop, but I'm good friends with a lot of them. Or not really good friends, but they know me. Yeah, they should for sure, Wambi. And so last time I talked to the SWAT leader, he said they've got their own drone now, and I wondered because they haven't reached out to me in a while. So he said they've got their own drone, and I'm probably just going to end up donating my Inspire 1 to them, and that way they'll have another one. You sell drugs legally in California. Why does that not surprise me? I've only known you for a few hours, and for some reason that does not surprise me. All right, I got flaps engaged and coming around. I'll let you know you do shit. That's all I need. I'll give you my neighbor's contact info. Oh yeah, it really did. Yeah. Here, not so much. I mean, there's people that it's still illegal here. There's people that want to legalize it. Now that was a nice landing. Oh, we landed in tandem. That was really cool. Whoever that was really cool. I think that's the first time I've ever, that I can remember, landed in tandem that nicely together with somebody, except maybe Cappy Stick. So I'm gonna stop right here. There we go. I'm gonna park it right here and jump in the drone, and let's follow some people. We'll watch some people land. Brakes don't work, so Hot with skills. I don't, Robert. I have to be really careful about anything that I do. I've had heart problems since I was 19, so I have to really be careful. Whether it's alcohol or even just sinus medicine, I have to be careful so my heart rate doesn't jump out of rhythm. Yeah, 1 year ago, I actually was recovering from a heart procedure. So while we're waiting on everyone to land, let me go ahead and say, again, thank you for the support tonight. Again, I was very nervous about changing my stream schedule, but wow, the support, the new followers, the raids, it has been amazing. And before I end stream, I always give a personal thank you to everybody who followed, donated, subbed, whatever, rated. And I do want to do that at the end of stream, but I want to see everyone come in too. Commando, no problem, dude. I totally understand. Yes. Oh man, I'm totally going to reach back out to you. I've got to work tomorrow morning. And then I've got a drone job tomorrow afternoon for a realtor who's been really, really good to me. So I'm keeping her as a client. And then I'll be free the rest of the day. So anyways, have a good night. Really nice meeting you, Commando. All right, is that everybody? Yeah, I've got a pretty sweet ride too. At least I think it is. All right, let me get some screenshots. Don't load out yet. I'm gonna kind of go to the other end of the runway so I can get a screenshot with everybody in it. All right, see if I can get the majority of people in here, even the ones in the air. Who's left in the air? Captain Carlos? Okay. All right, let me go ahead and start thanking everybody. I'm going to be looking for a raid target. If y'all have any suggestions on a good raid target, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to run through my list of thank yous. Please stick around for the raid. After we're through the raid, feel free to. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, Cappy Stick. Weedy Gaming, thank you for the follow. Robert Films, Papa's in prison. Thank you for the follows also. Metal Ryan Cluster with 5 gift subs. Dude, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. KW, who's the new guy? Post them. Commando Matt, thank you for the follow. Metal Ryan Cluster, thank you for the resub. Nick 70, Toxic Cookie, Zeko Andy Yoke, thank you for the follow. Sky Command, thank you so much for the raid, dude. I appreciate that so freaking much. Coconut Companion, thank you for the follow. Captain Flyburger with the follow. Disco Stu, thank you for 500 bits. Emin Bikester, thank you for the follow. Disco Stu with 500 more bits. That Student Pilot 13 with the follow, thank you for that. Tight Backhand with a rate of 12, thank you for that, sir. Disco Stu with 200 bits. Django Bendo with a follow. Tristan with a follow. Dippo with a raid of 4. Thank you so much for the support. Uber Loster, thank you for the follow. Anonymous Gifter with a 1 gift sub to the community. Captain Carlos, Sterlo Gaming, KD Pilot, CP8857, Ruger Turtle Depot, Dr. Pot, Bossman Gaming, Buttersnot, Copper Hat, Flights with Joel with a huge 19 viewer raid. DC Viper with a resub, DC Viper with a raid. Tons of raids tonight. Tons of raids. Speedy, what's up, dude? Zim Soy Sauce, thank you for the follow. Sky Dave with a follow, and Burning Ashes with a follow. It has been freaking amazing. I've said it a lot. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for the support. Speedy, I hope you're doing well. Speedy is an amazing individual. Speedy is disabled, and they are trying to bring awareness to disabled gaming community. An amazing person. Them and Fly Lilo both super great people. I've got to go. I got to get up in 5.5 hours. Let's see here. KW, did you? Bill Mays. What's Bill Mays doing? Is Bill Mays a flight simmer? I don't see a Bill Mays. Hoo-yah! Let's see here.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
So KW, I don't see a Bill Mays. Oh no, Billy May. I see now. I spelt it wrong. Let me just copy and paste it. That way I got it right. Y'all please stick with me. Let's there we go. Yes, I know who we're gonna raid today. I really, really enjoy Mustafa. Moose is a great guy, but I think tonight we're gonna raid a new affiliate, Bill Mays. Let's raid Bill Mays. Let's make a new friend. Y'all, I'll get the raid started, and then I've got raid messages I want you to post when we get over there, okay? All right, raid is started. The raid messages, if you're a sub, this is your message. It was a beautiful flight, Mumberry. Thank you very much. This is your message if you're a sub. If you're not a sub, subs are always appreciated, never expected. The second message is yours. Copy and paste it once we get over there. Y'all, thank you for everything. I appreciate it. You've really made me feel much better about my nighttime streams. See you on, what's today? Today's Thursday. I'll see you on Saturday morning. Take care, everybody. I wish you happy flying, safe landings.
If you have a button on
and I'm sorry, I got their voice up. Sheesh, I'm tired. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Let's start the raid now. See you next time. Y'all take care.